Hello.
First Friday versus 2025.
I haven't showered since last year.
Wow, that's
That
crazy.
is crazy. That's
It is
crazy.
been-
That
it
is
is
actually pretty
been-
crazy.
It has been 18. It has been 18 days. It has been 18
Almost
days.
we are on PowerPoint night tonight, so we are going to get started with Jaunty. Let's get it going. Let's get it started.
Hello and welcome to my Kasane Teto class.
Hell yeah.
Today we'll be reviewing Unit 2, Section 1.
Whoa.
I'm sure you remember last lesson where I went over Unit 1 with you guys, but if not, there will be
Did
a
I miss unit 1? No.
It's fine.
As
I'm
always,
gonna need a
please take
recap.
notes and please ask for this presentation at the end of the lecture. I've put a lot of work into it. It may not give you everything you need though, so that is why the notes are important. De Niro, get off your phone. I see you in the back there.
I would never.
Brandon's late to
Maybe.
class again, sir.
I'm here. I'm literally
Ah.
present. I'm literally present.
Okay, I'll mark you as late, but you really gotta stop this, Brandon. Okay, so like I said, this is very important that you take notes. This is worth 20% of your grade in the mock test.
Is the
But
test
yeah.
gonna be multiple choice?
It's not multiple choice. It is essay based, actually.
What?
I still don't know who this character is, so I think I'm gonna fail.
Oh, we're in the class.
We're
No.
learning
That's
it
what
right
this unit-
now. Oh my god.
That's what this
Sorry,
unit
sorry.
explains.
I'm so sorry.
This is the Kasane Teto unit where we learn about Kasane Teto.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get right into the presentation. Huh?
Whoa.
Let's get right. Let's get right.
AI
Okay,
develop
okay, where did I
PowerPoint.
put
AI
this?
develop PowerPoint.
This is a really good
Where did I
PowerPoint,
put
I'm
this?
enjoying it.
Fuck.
Oh!
What was that?
What
was
Anyway.
That was my bad.
I didn't see
Anyway.
Oh, I remember that from
let's
Unit
do
1.
a quick quick recap of Unit 1 because I hear a couple complaints at the back that nobody recognizes Kasane Teto, and I think that this might be some useful information to go over again. So, voice banks are essentially like someone recording their voice in every possible scenario so other people can piece those together. And the related software it's basically like your average synth, but with a few extra add-ons to make the pitch change, make the volume change, all sorts of things.
Is Teto a Hatsune Miku then?
We're getting to that.
It's a Hatsune Miku
Teto a
light.
Hatsune Miku?
Vocaloid.
Is there like can we like generate like NFTs of Kasane Teto? Because it's like
No.
AI.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
No.
It's
idea.
AI.
So, important
Like
note,
Ray.
as you see here at the bottom, they are actually not AI. They are different. The person that is recording them, like with most Vocaloids, they are consenting and they get paid for this work.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Anything that
Cringe.
features AI is usually made in-house to make the voice bank better.
Boring.
There's
Ugh.
also many different terms for Vocaloids, voice banks, etc. And many of them may come up in your further studies in Unit 3, 4, 7, you know.
I was in the Hatsune Miku unit last year.
Yeah,
Not 5 or
this
6.
is, and you'll probably recognize.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say, what
fucking-
about 5 or 6?
I didn't. Wait, is Miku? Wait, I didn't know Miku
Miku-
was in this.
Wait, so Miku is Teto? I was right. Okay, Miku is
No,
Teto.
no.
Thank God.
This is
That
a
makes
different.
sense. That makes
This,
sense.
showing-
this
I'm
makes it a
showing
lot
you a
easier to
different one.
process for me.
So
They have
Miku-
Okay.
they have the twin tail.
As far as I know, there's
Miku is a woman.
Toxicuri.
Okay, crazy.
Why does that Miku
May I
look
please
weird?
present?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So the top example, figure 1, is Vocaloid. It is the 5th one, I believe. And at the bottom is Utao, which is a free Vocaloid thing that you can download many voice banks for, and is probably it contains a lot of Vocaloids that are like very uncommon, but you see them in a lot of like Vocaloid like musicians. While Miku is obviously the most popular by far. People like Teto, what's
They
some
seem
other
cool.
ones?
Mako?
Mako
the
is
yellow one.
Mako is a part of Krypton, which is the thing that made Miku.
Yeah. But good teacher, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Have you ever dabbled in making a Vocaloid?
I've thought of making a Vocaloid. I haven't made one yet, but
I think you should.
I have dabbled with Teto, which was quite fun. It's a very nice experience, and if you ever have enjoyed music, I would recommend that you do it.
Just music in general?
Get Sunny on this.
Yeah, if you like music in general, it's basically just like playing an instrument, but the instrument is Teto.
Damn.
If you see in the bottom right, you'll see Teto. She's basically an instrument.
So the woman is an instrument, is what I'm.
Yeah,
getting
she's an
gathering from
instrument.
this. Okay.
She's like a tool for the
To be
man
used,
to wield.
okay. Well, this seems
Hmm.
problematic somehow.
I'm gonna have to cancel you.
I
Anyway,
think actually I'm starting to get interested in this now. None of that woke nonsense here.
no way. Okay. So I will now go through a timeline of Kasane Teto in order to help you better understand her and the general Utao movement, I guess.
Was she born pre 2008? Oh my god.
This is the very beginning.
The birth of Tuchen.
Who
Tuchen.
is that false diva?
We're getting to that.
that.
We're getting to that. So,
Birth of
2channel
false diva.
is a Japanese image board. It is not like 4chan. It is like it was a very popular thing back in the 90s. There was about 1 million users in total. It's fully anonymous like 4chan is, but I don't think it was used for the unsavory purposes. It was basically just like a forum. And this is basically where all the nerds hung out. And so, a couple years later, 8 years later, Miku releases. And as you can imagine, the people of 2channel would love this because it is an anime woman. And so you'll see here, September 1st, the day after Miku releases, Miku Mania. Miku became the face of Japan, basically overnight.
That's great. One
The
day.
world loved her. People on, let me see my notes here. Nico Nico Duga, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. It's basically Japanese YouTube. They began to post the music they were making with Miku, and people would then make illustrations, and then people would make 2D animations and 3D animations, and it basically became an overnight phenomenon. And let me go back a bit. Miku, she's releasing as a part of a triage. There's a couple more that come with her afterward, and the first was Miku with her O1 symbol on her arm. And so later will come Rin and Len and Luca. They are all part of the same series, and they never really got to her popularity. She's the #1 princess in the world, as you all know, from the one song. And she was in fact so popular that a certain Japanese TV show called The People Who Like Miku, as well as the people of 2chan, freaks, anime freaks to be specific. And 3 days after this broadcasting, coincidentally, Miku's, like, you can't search Miku on Japanese Yahoo anymore. And the wiki gets taken down and deleted.
They are censoring Miku.
They censored
are.
Miku. The
They
people of
cancelled
2chan.
Miku. They
Like,
cancelled
big fool.
Miku.
They
would literally
theorized this was some
be-
anti-Miku campaign to get her off of the world and to shoot down the voices of indie musicians. And so, in order to, I guess, get past all these censors and get past all the people on 2chan that were government plants trying to tell them to stop talking about Miku, they made a spoof character called Akita Neru, who you will
Oh my
see.
god, is that the legendary triple backer?
Yes, the legendary
Oh.
Triple Backer. She is one of the constituents of Triple Backer.
That's
And as you'll see
insane.
here on the right, our star girl Kasane Teto.
It's like seeing the members of Congress on Mount Rushmore. Oh my god.
Now, I'm sure you saw earlier Vocaloid and Lloyd, like with a little dash in front. I'd like to explain to you what Lloyd is. Lloyd is basically a ending for a Vocaloid. So Teto is her voice bank is in Utao, so that would make her an Utauloid. Whereas Miku is from Vocaloid, and therefore her suffix is Vocaloid. She's basically a progenitor for the whole thing, so she doesn't really. She doesn't have a good example, but if you come across Utauloid, Vocaloid, Vipaloid in future, then you will understand that it is a part of voice banks. And now I'd like a little Q&A session. My question, and I want all of your answers to this. What do you think Akita Neru is?
The one with the yellow, the blonde one.
They do
The yellow one, yes.
they do the motorcycle slide.
What
That's
Lloyd is
Akira.
she, though?
I don't know.
Like, do you think she's a Vocaloid? Do you think she's a part of Utao? Do you think she's like in some other
I think
some other things, some other software?
she's gonna definitely be either a Vocaloid or a new Vocaloid.
She's an indie Vocaloid.
First ever
Yeah,
VTuber.
she's called a derivative.
A
She's something
derivative.
completely different. She doesn't have a voice bank. She doesn't have anything. She doesn't have a voice.
So she's just a character?
She's a derivative, officially recognized by Vocaloid as a Miku derivative.
Oh.
Isn't that great?
That's
They're
awesome.
making a new Miku.
So do they
Now-
use
Is it?
Miku's voice bank for that character?
Yes, most of the
Ah.
time they will use either a pitched down, pitched up, or sometimes, this is my favorite one, like in Triple Backer, they will use her phone and she will make beeps and boops
Ah.
and fun little noises. And so, we're getting to 2008, a year after Miku Mania and the supposed Rin and Len Mania, which is much more subdued. 2chan creates a very devious plan. They see the Vocaloids releasing, and they're like, what if we did that? And so, essentially, they created a fake diva, as Miku is the original diva, number one princess in the world. She is a April Fool's joke, essentially. They plan to release her April 1st, and I've lost my train of thought.
No.
They're making a fake Vocaloid. See how before I said there was like 4 Vocaloids? Rin and Len,
Who is
they're
this?
number 2. Luca is number 3. So she would be the 4th Vocaloid, and she would be... Her appearance is randomly selected. Her likes and dislikes, her age, her favourite things, they're all randomly chosen from within the 2chan boards. And here's where things get a little bit complicated, because this is all translated from Japanese, and also very hard because it was from 2008. So you can't find everything about this. But there was a thing called VIP News Bulletin, which talked about Vocaloids and was basically a news point for Vocaloid fans. And so on April 1st, Kasane Teto was born. As you'll see down here, there's artwork, there is likes and dislikes, like we'll get into later. There's an age, there's gender, and later, a voice bank is released. With her release, there was a song that she supposedly sung with Miku. It was a cover of a Rin and Len song. And the artwork down here, it actually, nobody knows the person that made it. And now here's where nobody knows anything about.
Are you sure that's not just like a
2000
picture of her? How do we know it's a drawing that someone made?
It's the original drawing of her.
That's the
Well,
original.
what if it's
maybe
like
someone took it with a
her?
camera.
Yeah, what if somebody just took a
No,
picture of
no.
her? Or she
No,
set
it
it up on
wasn't
a
a-
tripod?
What if that
don't
was
know.
just like her friend took a picture of her? Like, come on.
No, they had to draw her first to make her, and then they made her, and then all the other ones are photos of her.
I've never been drawn and I'm real.
No, your parents drew you. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, that's how we come into existence. Do you not know this?
Yeah. So
Not
as
really
I was saying, this artwork, it was made by somebody called Sen, and that is all we know about it. And her
Amazing.
voice bank is by a 15-year-old who we do not know the gender of. Supposedly, this 15-year-old is now off living a life as a singer artist, and we still don't know their name, and we still don't know where they are. And so at this point, Teto died down a bit, as she was just supposed to be an April Fool's joke with a little voice bank attached that they decided to put on Utao. And people made things for her, and actually, side note, she was one of the first 3 to get added to Utao. So she's pretty like big in the Utao scene. And so she has a lot of songs with her and about her. The top left one here is
I love that one.
fake diva. It's where the idea of her being a false diva came from. The second one is Teto territory, which is where a lot of things blew up on that one. Triple Backer, one that everybody knows, and Fukareta, which is it has a life of its own, people say, which I would agree. And after these 15 years, in 2023, people thought, oh, this must be it for Teto. She's gonna just be a Utao forever. But then she was picked up. And she was reborn.
Reborn.
April 1st, she was announced with Synthesizer V, Twin Drills, which is the people that own Teto, and Krypton. They all got together and they said, let's remake Teto. Let's make a new Teto and let's give her a new voice bank. And here you'll see the new Teto in her beautiful military outfit. And as you could tell with the last one, big upgrade. She doesn't just look like Miku anymore. She's her own identifiable character.
Teto is
And
so
she's
good when
awesome.
they're making a Teto 2.
They're remaking
too.
Teto. You can't do that. You can't do that.
They made Teto too. She's that good.
Wasn't the
And-
last time that Japan had a standing army during World War II?
I don't know. I don't know the history of that one.
No,
On
they
the
have a second
27th of
army.
April,
It was a rhetorical
2023,
question.
she became a real diva.
Real
and
diva.
and her voice bank was released for public purchase. And since then,
Money!
she has been booming, basically.
Are there Teto concerts like those Miku ones or not yet? Is that soon?
Not
Is that
yet,
on the
not yet.
horizon?
They're on the horizon. And
Amazing.
honestly, I'm excited because there's been so many awesome songs with millions of views, as you see here, cut off because there's so many songs, and I couldn't put them all in. Down here, Mesmerizer, the most popular song out of all Vocaloids at the moment.
It is a good song.
Obsolete Beat made by the same person, Tetris, which I recommend. I love it so much. It's to the Tetris song, and I like Tetris. Wildcard, another niche one.
I
that
love
I'd
those guys. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I played
not those
Wildcard and
Wildcard.
Osu once. That's fun.
Sorry.
And the future.
Futu.
the
The future is so big it can't even be displayed properly.
the Futu is so big and so bright that I couldn't even fit it on the presentation.
Futu.
Can you see this, guys?
Wow.
She's that good.
Do not
Onto
kill
the next
yourself,
slide.
Tetris
That
on the
good.
horizon.
Now I've given you a full background of how Kasane Teto came to be. I want to talk to you about the Kasane Teto, as of right now. Her name, first name Teto, last name Kasane. Over here, we would
Jay, I
refer to her
Jay, I have a
as
question.
Kasane. In
Oh.
Japan, she would be Kasane Teto.
Jay,
What's your
I have
question?
I have the same question that I asked last time.
Yeah.
It is in fact true that the last time Japan had a standing army was in World War II. So what does that make Kasane Teto?
She is 31 years old, 15.5 in Chimera.
What
and
is
her
Chimera? What does
gender.
that mean?
Yeah.
Her gender is Chimera. This was originally made as a troll, people believe, because it's funny.
Wait,
it's funny.
So Teto, what you're telling me is Teto is Godzilla.
Yeah, she's Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
No balls.
We'll get onto what this makes her later. Her height is
Whoa.
159 centimeters. And
What was that?
Was that Teto.exe? What?
oh, she's just a little excited at the moment. She doesn't really get presentations about her. Don't worry about that.
Could she do that again?
Let me ask her. Oh, they're
Oh
gone.
no, Teto!
No,
Oh,
Teto,
Teto!
Teto!
Oh, what was that? There was a
no.
bald
Who was
man on
that?
screen.
Was that fucking Connie from
Don't worry
AO's
about that. Don't worry about that. Teto, can you come back?
Teto. Whoa!
What?
There's so many of them.
Okay, these are the Tetos. On the far right is Kasane Teto's new format.
I can
The
see why she's
one
on the
to the
far
left-
right.
The one to
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop.
Fuck
I'm
you!
sorry. I'm
The
gonna
one
stop
to the
now.
left of her is the one that managed to make it into Project Sakai, which, by the way, getting into Project Sakai is a really
Yeah,
big
it's a
thing,
big
and
thing.
not a lot of people did that.
No, what do you mean that a lot of
You
people did
did.
that? I've heard it's a booming between young girls nowadays.
Yeah, no, they're not on Project Sakai though.
my
They're not.
baby
They're not in
cousin-
Megamix.
They're not in Megamix.
My baby cousin is
that's
obsessed
true.
with PJ Sakai.
Yeah, my girlfriend's sister is obsessed.
And to the left of her is the design I showed you on the thing, which I honestly lied in that one. That is not her. That is not her oldest format. The one to the furthest left is the first official drawing of her, which went through a few different design iterations before ending up on this.
Is it just me or I don't like like the point is that like Teto is like originally like a Miku clone like made
Yes.
for April Fools, right? But the
Yeah.
design is actively already so different from Miku, even the original one. I don't know.
Well, they
that's
can't
my
just
opinion.
make Miku
Yeah.
too, can they?
I
Or
was
else
about to
nobody will
say,
think that she's the fourth
like,
diva.
It's pitched as if it's Miku but red, but no, like the design of Teto is already like so different from Miku, even like at the
Yeah,
beginning.
she's already a different girl, basically.
yeah.
She's a whole chimera. Do you think
Yeah.
Miku's a chimera? No. Okay, so
What
anyway,
is
let's get
Miku?
onto
Is
her
Miku just a
height.
robot? What?
She's the other robot. She's a part of she's a different voice
Did
bank.
the gender change?
No,
I just noticed.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
always been
the
by
gender.
gender key her.
Wait a
It's
second.
always been by gender key her. It's always been that.
Okay.
Anyway, onto the height. Her height is 159 centimeters, which is, if you don't know, the same height as Connie Springer from the third season of Attack on Titan, Levi Ackerman from all of Attack on Titan, Mob from Mob Psycho,
I
is
love that
a high
guy.
schooler, I think. Nagisa
Oh
That's
my
such a
god,
different
Assassination
classroom!
Classroom!
from Assassination
You guys,
Classroom.
you guys were not as vocal for Mob.
Stop paying
Who is
attention.
also
No.
a
Who
junior
are these
kid.
people? How are these
No.
people related to Teto?
They're all
No,
related
no,
to
they're not
Teto.
related to Teto. They're just different
They're all
characters.
related
They're
to
just the
Teto.
same
Why are they
height
on
as
the side
Teto.
then?
They're all the
share
same height as
same
Teto,
voice
though.
actor.
Vegeta from Dragon Ball.
Vegeta!
Vegeta? Did you say
Vegetable!
Vegeta?
Let's go!
Vegetable from Attack on Titan.
Some attack on, the comments are going to kill you. You know this. The comments are going
And
to find you.
Freerun from Freerun.
So
I can't
what
believe they all
what
share
we're
the
saying
same
is
voice
Teto
actor.
is short. That's the
Teto
point.
is very
That's
short.
yeah.
Coincidentally, she is also my height.
How the fuck is
Vegeta's-
Freerun the same height as Levi from Attack on
I
Titan?
was gonna say, is
That's kind of insane.
Vegeta's that small?
Yeah,
really?
Vegeta's
Yeah.
short.
Tiny.
Vegeta's
I was
Vegeta's
surprised
tiny.
too. Yeah, all
It
of these
sounds like
characters are the
Freerun is
exact
just
same height.
tall. It sounds like everyone else is just tiny. Freerun just seems tall.
Freerun's so tall, oh my god. Okay, on to the next thing. Her favorite food? French bread.
Oh,
Ugh, worst
I
counter
thought I'd find this
ridiculous.
beautiful art. She's a big fan of baguettes, and she will get sad or angry if you don't share bread with her. She loves bread that much. You'll commonly
make
see
a-
her in songs dancing around with some baguettes because she loves them so dearly.
Is this like the leak thing?
yeah. I
but
was about
with
to say,
the-
is it like the
Yeah.
leak thing?
So basically, every Vocaloid gets an item, basically. And there was a whole war about this where certain characters would fight over what items they got, whereas Miku got a leek, Kaito I think has ice cream off the top of my head, and generally there'll be certain items that are associated with characters. She was chosen to be a French bread fan.
I like French
Like
bread.
the fighting game developers.
What?
Like the guys that made Melty Blood and
Oh yeah,
the
no,
night,
those idiots. Yeah, like those idiots.
What?
Yeah.
no.
And her Vocaloid typing is Vipoloid, which is based off of VIP News Bulletin. Bucaloid, which means, well, it's a pretty hard translation. It can either mean so-and-so colloid or Vokinda, because it's supposed to sound like Vocaloid, but also mean not Vocaloid, because she's supposed to be a fake Vocaloid. And a third one, Utaloid, because she's from Utah. And now onto the fun Teto facts.
Fun Teto fact.
Her hair can turn into drills.
Oh my god, Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. Drills
Shut
can
up.
pierce
Here's
the
the
heavens.
heavens.
Yeah.
These real drills spin. They are very dangerous. Do not get near them. And as you see here, she's a bit more chimera-like. This is where her chimera side comes in. She has a little belt on her side. That belt on her side is her tail, actually. Here it's not pictured, but most people do draw her with her little strap on the side being her tail. She could spontaneously grow bat wings. They just
That's
appear on
horrifying.
her. It's very terrifying. I'm very afraid of her. And as you can see here, 0401 is a reference to her birthday. At first it was going to be 04 because she was supposed to be the fourth diva, but they changed it to 0401 because they thought it would be funny, because her birthday is April 1st.
Miku Day is the same day as my birthday. It's kind of awesome.
That is kind of top
Wow.
tier.
I'm reminded of this daily. Well, yearly.
In her new version, you can see that she now wears it on her little collar, right there.
That's cool.
I'm done with my presentation now.
Hell
I
yeah.
plan to cosplay Mesmerize the Teto with Joby, which is this one right here.
Oh.
Oh no, it went back.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh wow.
It's you two.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
god.
It's us. That's us, and I'm gonna be the one on the right. I'm gonna be the red one, the Teto that you just learned all about in this presentation. I
yeah.
don't really need
Thank
to
you
like
so
preface that it's the red one.
So,
Well done,
just to be
Anna.
clear, who's
Wendy's
Teto?
Well done.
So
Well
side
done.
note, this also exists, which is Libraria from Guilty Gear, and she sings a Teto song, and she dresses as Teto, I just thought I'd tell you about all of this.
Okay. Awesome.
Who's-
Thank you
Yippee!
for listening to my presentation.
Who's on my screen right
Wow.
now?
Okay, that's a top tier presentation. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I
Oh.
will.
My voice
I'll do it.
hurts.
You'll go next, Bannon? Okay. cool.
Yeah, I've got a short one.
Oh,
So I think
okay.
it'll be quite nice.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
very
Round
good
of applause for Jay.
presentation.
Thank you so much, Jay. I am clapping. It's just not picking up on my microphone.
Yeah, it's not picking up on my mic.
That's
you
why
know.
I'm doing the golf
Thank you,
clap
everybody.
on
I'm
Discord.
trying to do
Can you
the
see my
let me do the
screen?
golf.
Can-
Oh,
can you see
whoa,
my screen?
whoa. This is.
Can you see my screen?
Guys,
Yes,
if you
I
give
can
me
see
like
your
2 minutes, I'm
screen.
gonna transfer to my PC.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm already excited for this one. I swear to God, if this starts off with Final Fantasy 14, I know where you live.
No,
I
that's
didn't
also.
play. I didn't play Endwalker last year.
That's true.
If Furry Hitler 2 isn't on this list, I'm going to be very disappointed.
If Sex with Hitler and Sex with Stalin aren't on this list, I am killing Samuel.
I have a big
I
disappointment.
me!
If Sonic Shadow Generations isn't on this list,
I haven't
ending it
played
all.
that yet.
Oh no. If Tekken 8 isn't on this list.
Tekken 8 is definitely not on this list.
If
Ah!
Katana Zero is not on this list, I'm gonna be pissed.
I played Katana Zero but before 2024. Y'all are picking the worst games for me to
I
pick.
fucking
If
love
Super
Katana
Monkey
Zero.
Ball 2 for the
Katana Zero is
GameCube
awesome.
isn't on this list.
Is Europa
That'd be the
Universalis
best games I
4 on
played
this
of
list?
2004, not even 2024.
Okay.
If Hoy is on this list, it shouldn't be.
Oh,
If what is?
Is Alice back?
No, but
Oh,
I,
She said she'd only be a second.
I should
I
have just
know,
started
right?
off with like
I
some
really should
proper
have brought
mid.
water for this presentation. I didn't think it would be so vocally straining.
Yeah, I know, right?
you
You should have
Talking
had a
about
made
Teto
the
pain.
do it for
PowerPoint.
you.
Okay.
You should have had Teto do
I
it
don't
for the
usually
entire
speak for like
presentation.
30 minutes straight.
Me doing like a 5-hour comms block.
I see why your
Georgie-
voice dies.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that's Dan screaming for 5 hours.
Yeah, and I'm loud. Like, I know. Brandon will remember my Eddie Gordo VSF
Oh my god,
shenanigans.
yeah.
Hey man.
That
Oh,
that
VSF top 8s are an experience.
yeah, that was an entire like 2 weeks of my voice just fucking gone. Um. Oh man. Oh, man.
Is it 2025 yet?
There we go. Alice is back.
Back.
Right. Here we go.
Hello, Freaky
I think you
Alice.
can. I think you can start. Ben.
I can start? Okay, so here are the best games I played of 2024.
Woo!
Sponsored by backlogged.com. Get your all of your games logged on backlogged. It's a free website.
So sponsor us, backlogged. We'll
Yeah,
take it.
Um,
just sponsor.
Sponsor Phoenix Gaming.
If your favorite game of 2024 is not on this list, there's a high chance I haven't played it, or that I just do not think it's a good game. I'm
What?
sorry.
He has
What
played
do
Pick
you mean
first.
Tekken 8 isn't a good game? What? Huh? Huh?
Right.
Okay.
So kicking off the presentation, do you like real-time strategy games? Do you like auto battlers? And do you like programming different attacks and skills?
Oh,
Then this game is
TFT.
one for you.
Hell yeah. No.
Bringing up number
Hell yeah.
1, Unicorn Overlord.
Hell
What?
yeah.
This game flew under the radar with other amazing JRPGs coming out in the same year, like Persona 3
Yes.
Reload and
Metaphor.
Metaphor ReFantasio, both Atlas games. This was also published by Atlas, but this one
Yes.
flew under the radar. This is Unicorn Overlord, probably one of the best, if not the best JRPG that I played last year. It is developed by Vanillaware, who have also developed amazing games such as 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and Odin Sphere for the PS Vita. of all
13
consoles.
Sentinels, very good, by the way.
It is a strategy / auto battler where you command different squads of characters. These characters, as you can see on the bottom here, have different abilities that trigger in certain conditions. think like Fire Emblem skills, basically. It's a very fun game, available on PS4, Xbox, and Switch. And here are some more screenshots. So you have like a sort of
Goddamn.
real-time strategy overview of like a map, and you can move your characters to different locations, and they have like different skills also on the game board, I guess. And then once they like meet a unit, they fight, but you can't control the fight. They auto battle based on whatever you set in the actions menu here. It's a very interesting game. It's quite lengthy, but it never really gets old. It has a ton of different classes in it, tons of different strategies that you can make. Really good game, amazing experience, and it goes for quite cheap on Amazon.
Genius. Why didn't I think of that? Fuck,
Um,
it's genius.
so number 2, do you like romance novels?
I love those.
Vampires,
I like those.
great writing, and
Vampires.
interesting
I have a
power
question.
systems?
Teacher, I have a
Yep.
question. Are these all games that were released last year, or just ones that
No.
you?
No,
last
Just
ones
year?
that I
that
played.
Brandon played
Okay.
last year. This is the
Remarkably, I think 3 of them did come out last year, but
Oh, okay.
do you like romance novels of vampires?
This
and
is
great
the
writing and
unreleased.
interesting power systems?
This is the unreleased Call of the Night game that I've been hoping for.
This is
Like,
the unreleased Twilight Saga video game. No, this is Tsukihime remake.
oh yeah.
Developed by the notorious Type Moon, as a precursor to the Fate franchise, which came out ages ago.
Yes.
This is a remake to the popular 2000, I believe it was, or 1999
Yeah, it was.
visual novel Tsukihime.
Yeah.
You've probably heard of this from such fighting games as Melty Blood.
I
is-
preferred Arkid's purple granny skirt. I liked that one
That
more.
skirt is very good, but I'm glad that they used it
Yeah,
for
I like this one.
Red Arc at least, instead of just getting rid of it completely. But this is an amazing game about a protagonist who has a murder instinct inside of him, and he ends up killing this vampire lady who comes back to life and follows him home from school in a revenge plot. But then she realizes that she can use his powers to take down other vampires. So they fight together to kill other vampires. It's very good.
Yes.
Wow.
As
The
someone
sequel,
who has
Yeah.
talked about this with you for how many years have we talked about Tsukihime for, Brandon? Like 6
a
years.
lot.
I can testify that Tsukihime remake was also one of my favorite games of last year.
There was a
Yeah.
long time where people never believed that Tsukihime would get a remake, let alone it would be released in English, because for the longest time, Tsukihime and Fate were translation projects by a group called Mirror Moon. It was only after the success of games like Melty Blood and actually, I'm pretty sure it was just Melty Blood.
Yeah, pretty
That
much just Melty.
oh no,
Yeah.
and Fate Grand Order.
Well, yeah,
Type Moon was
Fate.
like,
Yeah.
okay, we have an English audience, so we will re-release Tsukihime and Fate for an English audience. So you can play both on most consoles now, and they're quite cheap. But this is also Witch on the Holy Night, which is also an
Yes.
amazing visual novel. But that's besides the point.
There's also a bundle if you want to get Witch on the Holy Night and Melty Blood Type Lumina on Steam right now. So if you want to get both, you can.
Both are amazing. They all wrap around into the same universe. Multiple characters show up in different things. It's great. It's a great experience.
Highly
This one's
recommend.
got 3 routes. It has the Arquid route, which is the blue-haired vampire lady, and it has Ciel, who's the not blue-haired, blonde-haired vampire lady, and Ciel, who is the blue-haired vampire executioner, who I don't actually have any pictures of on this PowerPoint. Who
You don't? No.
have really good routes, and then Red Garden will be coming out at some point in the future, where the red-haired girl on here and the main character's sister
Yes.
will also be getting their roots, which I've heard from the original visual novel are very, very good.
Yes.
Something I
Okay, so-
realized
yeah.
about Tsukihime recently that really fucked me up is that Arkid's name is actually just Alucard turned into like Romaji and then re-romanized, but like in a really fucked up way. People
That's
didn't
peak.
real. They just
Yeah.
they just misspelled Alucard twice, and that's why she's called Alucard.
Imagine how I felt when I realized that Alucard is actually Dracula backwards.
Okay, but that's insanely obvious.
Yeah,
though.
that's
That's
Yeah.
insanely
No,
obvious.
Alucard is such a cool name that it, like, I can see how you wouldn't.
I
I
really
didn't
found
like
even
that out
realise.
it
in 2013.
transcends.
It's just
I
like a
figured that
real
out
name on
in-
its own.
I figured that out in 2013 when they released Ghost
Holy
Trick
shit,
Alucard for the UK
Alright.
PC
Tsukihime.
thing. Yes.
Yeah.
You're a bit
Yeah, read
behind.
it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
You're a little bit behind. But go ahead, Brendan.
Welcome back.
Next game. Do you like horror games? Do you like inferred storytelling? And do you like an amazing soundtrack? Then
No,
this
no,
game
and
is the
no.
one for you.
Silent Hill 2 remake.
Video games.
Bringing Outer Wilds
Never
Echoes of the
mind.
Eye. This is an indie
Luigi's
game
Mansion.
developed by Mobius Digital. It's a DLC for the ever amazing game Outer Wilds, which is a space exploration game in which you're figuring out a mystery that is that is in this galaxy. And Echoes of the Eye takes you to a completely new location where there are these weird owl-like creatures going around, and you have to figure out what exactly happened to their civilization and why they are so scared of this mysterious, like, signal-giving entity called the Eye. It's an amazing experience. Oh, I wonder what's going on there.
Play this one.
It is an amazing visual, like, treat where you are
Okay,
on
that
this
is cool as
spinning you're on this spinning like spaceship with water in it, and you figure out the mystery of these weird creatures. It's a very good game. I'd recommend playing Outer Wilds and Outer Wilds Echoes of the Eye, but sadly Outer Wilds didn't make this list because I played that the year before. Very good, amazing. Once you figure it out, it's actually like heartbreaking, but it's so good.
Okay.
Do you like cool ass mecha, amazing from software
Oh,
boss
yeah.
battles, an
I know
extremely
what
good
this one
game
is.
feel? Then this game is the one for you.
Armored Core 6, baby!
Developed as the latest release in the Armored Core series that hasn't had an official release since Armored Core 5 on the PS3. That's how
Oh.
old that game was when Armored Core 6 released. Another passion project by the amazing From Software, who you've probably heard of from games such as Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne and Sekiro, who are all amazing video games that you should play at some point in your life.
Hell
But
yeah.
Armored Core 6 breaks the mold by being a mecha battle game, where you just sort of fly around and shoot bullets at these amazingly designed robots. This one is made by the creator of Sekiro and Bloodborne in particular, like the game designer behind those. Not the Miyazaki guy. Not the Ghibli one either. But this is probably my favorite game of last year if I had to pick one. There are 3 different endings, plenty of build variety in this game. The game also has multiplayer for some reason, and I don't know why they did that. But also, like, for a From Software game, I'd say this one has like the most direct storytelling for like all of them, because most From Software games you just sort of piece together the narrative as you go along. This one is very direct, but it has an amazing storyline where you're like figuring out why these corporations want this sort of like oil, this thing called coral on this planet. And oh, it's great. It's a really amazing experience. But yeah, that is it. That is my entire presentation.
Wow.
I hope you enjoyed.
Round of applause.
And
Well
I
done.
hope I at least
Yippee.
convinced someone to play at least one of those
Yes.
games.
I'll try
I
it
think
one
like
day.
Wilds.
Ooh,
Could
Outer
you do
Wilds.
another presentation actually? Because I did have a question, an overarching question.
Oh,
Because I
yeah?
think you've left quite an important factor out. How woke are these games?
That is
True.
true.
Oh.
How woke are the game? Brendan,
I
please?
Are they
didn't
on
see
that
the
woke
woke
website?
detector one single time.
What's it called,
Woke
Sam? The woke
detector.
website.
It's
The
woke
woke-
detector.
Woke
I-
detector.
I
Oh,
just said it. I just
sorry,
said
I
it.
Woke
thought.
your
Sorry, I
guns.
Well,
sorry, I
I've
didn't
said
realise
it
it was
after
you were
you
referencing.
and louder.
I'm gonna
hang on.
shoot myself in the
Ladies,
head.
ladies, please.
How woke your
Oh
games?
no.
Yeah, now this is what I want to
So-
see.
Let's start off with Outer
What?
Wilds.
What's that bit in bold? I can't quite make it out.
This website was made as a joke.
I. Uh.
There's no laughing
Oh.
matter, Brandon. You've got to
Oh,
give like
how
actual
woke are
serious
my
thoughts,
games?
please.
How
Where
that's
is like the
how
list
your
of games?
list of games.
Oh, here's a list.
There you go.
Oh, hang on.
Just out of.
Outer
Oh,
Wilds is slightly
slightly. Borderline.
slightly woke.
Borderline.
Ooh.
Tsukihime is not on the list.
Oh, not there.
Well, that means it's not woke.
Well, Unicorn Overlord is probably not on the list.
Not on the list.
And then Armored Core 6 is woke.
Oh wow!
You played a woke game.
What's
Armored Core 6 is woke
multiple
as fuck.
forms of woke messaging?
Well, you know, 2 out
Um,
of 3 is not as bad. 2 out of 3 is 2 out of 4, 5. Sorry, I can't count. It's not
I
as
guess
bad.
Armored Core 6 is woke because
Wasn't it supposed to be a
it's-
top 10?
No.
No.
Armored Core 6 is pretty
Who
woke, I guess.
is going
One
to
of the
go
main characters
next?
calls you buddy, and that's pretty woke.
De Niro is.
I
I
do not
feel like-
mind.
Dinero,
I'm
you
gonna
want to
say
go
that
next?
I'll
Sam-
say
I'll go,
mine
I'd
No.
like to
go
go next.
whenever.
I'd like to go next.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you'd like to
so-
go next. Okay, Rain.
Yes.
3 people just said they can go next.
Okay.
I really would
Rain
like
said
go.
they would like
Rain
to
go
go
next.
Wait, who was there? Someone else that wanted to go also?
No.
No, you just
Sam.
go next.
Okay.
Go next, Rain.
Okay.
Thanks,
This-
people, for speaking up for me.
Where's my?
Sam literally said they will.
No, but Rain wants
I'm
to
joking,
more.
Rain can go next.
Okay.
Rain is going next. Rain is going
I can like
Oh,
tell
yeah,
how much
never
Rain
mind.
wants this, and it's more than you, Sam.
next.
Yeah, I want this really badly.
Oh no, not Skibbity
Oh,
Toilet.
no.
No.
Okay,
No,
never
it's
mind.
fine.
Sam,
Whoa,
I think you
whoa,
actually
whoa.
want it more, Sam.
Whoa.
What the hell is
like,
this?
Whoa.
This is
This
awful.
is
Brain.
amazing.
Can
Why did you have
everyone
an
see
online
it?
gay test open?
This
Whoa.
is fucked up.
Don't worry about it.
You know?
Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
Can everyone see the Can everyone
Yes,
see
I can see
slideshow?
it. Yeah.
Sadly, I
I
can
can
see
see
this.
the
I can
presentation.
see
Okay.
this. I hate it
We're
already.
going to be assigning Phoenix members as Skibbity Toilet characters. No decision will be elaborated on or explained unless it is very, very funny to do so.
Right.
Number 1, we have Jovi.
I think that's the correct. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no elaboration needed there.
No, nothing needed. Move on.
Next one is
Whoa.
Daniel Hacker by Death.
Why?
Says no, I will include the names of the Skibbity Toilet characters in the event that I literally cannot believe what I'm looking at. These were all pulled directly from like the full-on. They're from the actual series, so these are all actual registered characters that just appear at some point.
Okay.
Did you go
great.
onto the Skibbity Toilet wiki?
Yes,
Yes.
the one with
Oh
1,000
my.
articles and 19,000 photos.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Oh.
My God.
Okay.
So-
Great.
This one, I will elaborate.
Please.
A
Thanks.
glasses, B balding.
What?
No, that's
Oh
I'm the
my
least
God.
balding out of everyone here. What the fuck do you mean?
That's fucked up.
What the
No
fuck do you
way, what is
mean?
this? What am I
This-
Why am
looking
I
at?
being
Alex Steele
milked?
is the
Ellis gone
Skibbity, the Overlord camera destroyer.
I
You
can't
haven't
believe
switched
it's
the
not zero.
slide.
Why is everybody
The
being
slide-
milked?
There we go.
Xander needs to play Rakanzaya bot duos with me. That's why I included.
Why am I a fucking wank?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
Why am I-
Astro Toilet.
Oh my days.
I swear to God, if there's more milk on this next
Fuck. Move on. We don't.
3.0.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Error.
Yeah, I
Hell yeah.
Everybody say hell yeah,
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's so sick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
If
that's
only they
5
were
pixels.
here.
That's actually a
That's
top tier
5
Skibbity
You
Toilet.
sound so
I can't
sad,
lie.
Alex.
No,
Don't
don't
say
say
that,
that. Don't say
I hate
that.
What does this mean?
Tanira,
Fine.
I want to hear you say hell yeah.
No, I want. No.
Say hell yeah.
Tanira,
Say it.
Say
It
hell
literally
yeah.
says
Just
no
say hell yeah.
explanation.
arriving at the cameraman base, I want you to say hell yeah. Everybody has to say hell
We're not moving on until you say hell yeah.
The mods
I
are
want-
telling you to say hell yeah. You better say hell yeah. You'll get timed
Everybody
out.
say hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, there we
Hell
go.
yeah. No,
I
that's just Will
Great,
Graham.
I don't
okay.
think that's a skibbity
don't think
toilet.
that's Skibbity Toilet.
You're telling me there's not a Will Graham
Yeah,
Skibbity Toilet?
This one is
Oh my
Okay,
God.
great.
it's IKEA cameraman.
Awful.
I get to be.
It's a
Oh.
real character. Dave?
Okay,
Who's
Dave.
Dave.
You're Dave.
I don't want to be
Jonesy.
Dave.
Oh,
Alice is
lovely.
Berserker
What?
Skibbity Mutant.
He said 2.0.
What about 1.0?
That's just Demo Man. What the fuck is that?
Give it
I don't even know. What is
What is-
happening?
That's
is
such a
this?
good reference. Holy shit. No, no,
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
understand how good of a reference that is.
No, I do know. I
That's
do
a-
know that.
No,
That's not allowed.
no,
Logan.
and everybody else doesn't know. The comments won't know. Oh, it's such a good reference. Oh my fucking god.
Warren's not here, but they get to
Oh.
be engineers. Give me
It's
toilet.
so bad quality.
I love this
This is the
PowerPoint.
real photo. Just like
Ew. Where's
this is
the
the real
background?
I think this is the best PowerPoint of today.
Say that.
Okay.
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 Okay. Why not
Okay.
put the template thing at
Wait.
the top?
Brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, in season 2. Is that... Stop.
I hate
Round
you.
of
That
applause.
was the worst one. That was,
That was
No,
top tier.
I'm taking away applause from
I-
this is terrible.
21 of
I'm
us
gonna
doing slides.
unmod Rain.
That was
Yeah, we're banning Rain from the server now,
was
actually.
I'm glad. I'm
unbelievably
glad.
good.
It's a 2-1 decision to ban me.
That was so peak. Can you
I don't even
can you
have
send more?
words.
Oh my god. Okay,
Please
Sam,
don't.
you said you wanted to go next, right?
let me recover from that mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we need to take a moment.
Okay,
I want
my presentation's going to be a bit more relaxed than that.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
God.
God.
I don't think this
Hope
is a
not.
video the comments can watch like while eating because I feel like something would go wrong.
I feel like it'll make you throw up.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Video PowerPoints that will make you throw up is the
Upwards
title of
that
the
will
video.
ruin your life.
Oh, please, will spoil your appetite and ruin your day.
My favourite.
Okay,
Who's
here we
next?
go. It's Sam.
Sam.
Samuel Pasha.
Ah,
Go on then.
classic Sam.
Quit mentally preparing yourself.
Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
Wait a
Is
second.
it? Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So, for my presentation, we're going to be discussing some Marge Simpson facts,
What
right?
does it say next
Hey,
to her
man.
Hell
foot?
yeah.
What?
What does it say next to her foot?
She's my
Yes.
favorite. She's my third favorite Simpsons character.
Why
So,
was-
Why didn't you do your first favourite?
so I
Yeah,
thought
who's
we
the
would. I thought
first?
we'd switch it up a bit, right?
Well, who's the
And
first?
we'd do
Who is the
third
first
favourite
though?
instead.
Do you
Why
really
was
need
I-
to ask who's the first?
Why was
Yeah,
I
I wanna
asked for
know.
my favorite hex code earlier
It's-
with this?
Yeah,
What
same.
the fuck was this?
It's clearly Patty and Selma. None of you guys know Sam.
Ew, why?
That
Do
might
you-
be true. It
do
might
relate
actually be
to-
Patty and Salma, you're right.
I do relate to both of them on a spiritual level, but that's besides the point because we're not discussing Patty and Selma today.
I was asked for my
Dude, all
favorite
of your-
hex
all of
code
your
earlier.
friends
I
should
don't...
know.
Right, so let's get on to. So I've got some. Hopefully, you'll learn something today, right?
Great.
Fact number one: choose a woman.
Wow.
Whoa!
Too
Wow.
I didn't know that. Did you guys
Ew.
know
I went
that?
through
Can we
15 years
start
of
with, like, the
Keto
forced
history and you're like,
please?
she is a
Yeah.
woman.
What the fuck?
I didn't
I
realize
didn't
Simpsons
know
would work
this.
like that.
This is woke.
I don't want
Right.
to. You know what? Like this was fun at first, but it's actually kind of just getting annoying now. So
Yeah.
can we-
Yeah.
Is it now? Right. Fact number two: she
Oh
has
my
long
God.
hair.
Uh,
I was
Sorry.
tempted to put in images of long, flowy hair that Rain likes,
I
but I
like
decided
that.
that would make the presentation too good.
Okay, great.
Oh, fact one. We also have a bonus
Stop
fact.
being a Griffin.
Bonus,
fact.
bonus
Blue as
fact
well.
on slide 2.
Wow.
It is
Whoa.
blue as well.
It's
Wow.
blue
Do
as
we know if
well.
Oh
it's
my God.
naturally
She
blue?
dyes it blue. It's actually grey.
Blood is
It is
summer. Yeah,
actually-
it is actually grey.
It's naturally grey, which is interesting actually.
Grey at
because Patty
birth.
and Selma's hair is grey as well, but it's not naturally grey. It's actually because of how much smoking they do. It goes really. The smoke gets in the hair and makes it grey.
That's realistic.
That is
That's
But
pretty
the overarching
realistic.
fact here is that Marge is officially the first cartoon character to be woke because
Whoa.
of her
Blue
What?
hair. Blue hair.
Blue hair.
Oh, blue hair
True.
pronouns.
Blue hair pronouns. For Marge
What does
Simpson.
"it is blue as well" mean?
That's
fact number
That's a bonus
three.
fact.
Referring to the hair. It's a
Well,
follow-up
might not
point
know
to
this
the first one.
You might not know this one, but she is married to Homer.
Why is
Why
Peter Griffin there?
there?
I have some bad news.
Why
There's
is Homer
Homer. There's
Simpson
Homer.
there?
There's
That's
Homer.
Homer.
Oh wait, no, you're right. That is Homer. Wait, I
it?
forgot to
What's,
tab
is
in.
there a follow-up fact
Maybe
as well?
you should leave Marge Simpson discussion to the person who has done enough research on it to make a
I
True,
presentation.
apologise.
true.
And fact number 4.
Oh, that's Mr. Burns. I like that
So we're
character.
going to explain why Peter Griffin was there.
She is unemployed.
That is true. Shout outs to the stay-at-home mums out there
It's just a
He is
man's
unemployed. Shout out to
However-
stay-at-home mums who will watch Friday
watching this
versus.
video. Yeah.
However, her husband, Mr.
Whoa.
Burns, right? Because her husband goes out and work like a good husband should,
Goes out and work.
and he has a boss called Mr. Burns, pictured here.
Wow.
Pictured here singing. I forget which episode this is. But he is pictured here singing he was asked to sing the national anthem, but he did not, curiously enough, sing the national anthem of the United States, where he was presumably born. But in this episode, we learn that Mr. Burns is actually born in Austria-Hungary, as he sings the Austro-Hungarian anthem.
Huh?
In this episode, this is real. So we're going to talk about Austria-Hungary now.
Yeah, I knew this was a fucking bait. Fuck's sake, I knew it was gonna
Oh
be
my
fucking
God.
something like this.
Okay, go
Getting
on.
good.
God.
I know
It
you
was
do
not, in
fucking
fact,
well.
a unified country. It was a political union between the Austrian Empire and the Kingdom of Hungary. Right? It was formed in 1867 after.
So what was it before
in a
1867?
war, and the Austrians were forced to compromise with the Hungarian parts of the empire. Pictured here is Franz Joseph, who was the longest living emperor of the empire. You can see his very long and not at all overcompensating title here.
He
Wait, so
was
what-
never king of Jerusalem.
I love my
He was
boyfriend. Holy shit.
he had the title of King of Jerusalem.
He had the title, but he also but he never owned Jerusalem.
He was around nowadays. There'd be no like Palestine conflict because it would be.
Because he would own it.
The
It would
fact,
be him.
the
I
fact
would
that
like
he did
to
this
attention to
fucking
the fact that right at the bottom, etc., was part of his title, by the way.
No way.
Wow.
It was ruled by the German Habsburg dynasty. So, their ruling
They're
family
the
was
picked
German.
up ones.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
Now, what was the empire known for, right? We're going to
This is
discuss why
large
it was
fact.
actually notable in history. It was known for losing, instability, incompetence. They lost almost every single war they engaged with after its formation, including notably World War I, which led to its collapse. But it was also curiously known for woke. Austria-Hungary was a pioneer of woke in its time.
Because they
As
gave
it was
equal
one of the
rights to
countries in the
Hungarians.
world to allow women to work without their husband's permission.
Fuck am I watching,
Whoa.
bro?
Way too woke. That's way too
My
woke, bro.
goodness.
Despite its long track record for losing, it was also very well known for having the smuggest looking generals.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that guy.
He does such
Yeah.
incredible shit. I don't think he
That's
does.
aura. That's
a cheeky
aura.
little face. That's a
No,
cheeky
it is
little face.
not.
Nah, that's aura. Aura farmed.
I'd love to play him in Victoria 3.
He took pride in losing, he did.
Well, I
Imagine
feel like
failing
you shouldn't
to
go
lose.
that far.
But it's also known for salt production, in fact.
Oh.
There were
Huh.
many,
Well, it makes
many,
sense
many
with all the
salt-
losing, I can't lie.
There were many, many, many salt mines in Austria-Hungary, mainly in the Polish and Romanian parts.
Mountain.
And if salt mines ring a bell, then they should, because a salt mine was originally the place where Aperture Science was built.
Oh
my
my
God, I love that
god!
science.
This is why I was asked for my favourite hex code. For the
I
fucking
love
background.
I love Aperture Science.
I know why I was
Oh
asked for my
my
favourite
God.
hex code now.
So this man, Cave Johnson, took inspiration from Austria-Hungary's salt mines, and he decided to. He was a billionaire. Originally built by him
It's
in
fucking
a
going
salt
on.
He
Wait,
built
this isn't
Aperture,
about
oh my God.
Austria-Hungary anymore.
No, this is about
This
Aperture
isn't about
Science.
Marge anymore.
Built it
There's
in a
more
cave
Simpson.
with a box of scraps.
Well, he built it in a salt mine, actually, Rain, if you were paying attention.
No, I'm not.
God, you're so fucking stupid, Ryan.
Rain, you're not gonna pass this course.
Originally founded as Aperture Science
But I'm so
Innovators,
happy that I'm treated as a woman here.
Aperture Science was known for making some of the most. It wasn't very successful in the end, because this is what happens when billionaires dabble into things that they don't know about, and further evidence as to why they have too much fucking time on their hands. Not referring to anyone in particular nowadays, but
That sounds like a woke sentence. I know. That's all I'm gonna say.
obviously they weren't known for making very successful things. Of course, Cave Johnson famously died of moonrock poisoning, which is an entirely new sentence he created. But one of the notable things that it did create.
Amen.
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 De Niro, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
What do you think about this, De Niro?
Oh, what a woman. Ooh, what I would.
What a woman.
Put me in a room with her.
The most notable creation
Don't.
to Aperture. So of course, when I heard about this, I was chuffed, right?
Wait, I know where this is going, I think.
I knew I needed to get like some first-hand accounts from this robot about what happened in Aperture Science
Oh no.
and how
God.
Cave Johnson got his inspiration from Franz Joseph of Austria-Hungary to build this facility in the first place. So we sent our 4-person interview team.
Franco! Yeah! You got swag on! Eddie Gordo, baby! Let's
Our
go!
4-person interview team to Aperture Science. We were able to locate the hut in the middle of nowhere where it was. We were under the impression that the facility was still operational, of course. However, we discovered something quite unfortunate when they made their way down there. I didn't get down.
This is the most.
Eddie Gordo will save the day. Eddie
I know
Gordo
what's
will
gonna-
save the day.
No, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen.
This
You were
has
going
like the
downstairs.
energy. This has the energy of De Niro's "Can you stop fucking around?"
What happens
sent them
next?
down there with the impression that we were getting some properly fine interviewing material. However, we discovered this.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
About that.
Oh, I
That was
think
deactivated. Pol Pot was not pleased, as you
I
can
think-
see.
Oh no!
He's no longer smiling.
Oh no!
I think I
I
know
like
what
how they must
happened.
have went in there like just after the events of Portal 1, but before she
He might have just
becomes back in
locked
Portal
him.
2.
Oh
I think it was locked in.
no!
I think I know what happened. I think Iraq must have got
However, you
different
may see,
wires.
so Gladys is clearly seen in a state of wild disrepair and had been deactivated for, well,
Mm,
presumably years. And
wow.
we didn't know, obviously, we were very confused at first, but after doing some investigating, right,
As we all know, Eddie
You were
Gordo is the
able-
best investigative researcher.
we were able to find some very curious signs.
Stop, I know what this is going to be.
of sabotage.
Oh! Oh no!
Being eaten.
Oh!
Wires being eaten.
Oh no!
I wonder
Surely
who could be the
not!
culprit. It's
Surely not!
Clearly, these wires. See, this could not have happened naturally.
No, sure,
Is
no.
what we thought.
Of course
Those are
not.
clearly bite marks.
They are. They are clearly bite marks.
So our team promptly took DNA analysis
Oh,
of these bite
my.
marks,
wow.
and one by one, to their utter shock,
What a
they
talented
figured
team.
out what our truth
Oh,
was.
Eddie Gordo is so upset.
Could you guys check the notes?
Wait. Before...
They discovered
No,
that a-
no.
wait.
They discovered that a certain De Niro
De Niro.
way.
from blood supplies rendering her dysfunction.
Nero!
What?
How could you?
What De
Could you
Niro?
guys
That's
check
not
the
the most sinister thing that they found.
just check the GIF of in the open chat?
Don't
Not
worry.
the most sinister thing that they discovered, for they discovered that not only did this De Niro entity exist,
Oh no way.
I'm canon
they
to
had
the Portal
found some
universe.
strange cult-like following
What?
known as
Oh.
Nero Land,
De Niro land.
Hell yeah.
What?
with them at the top. And the funny thing was that not only was De Niro a freak, every single member of this
No.
cult is a
No.
freak.
No,
way awful.
surely not.
Oh no.
So
Is
these
there
four
evidence of this?
individuals
Is there a
here
slide with the evidence of this?
together.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh god.
Introducing. Oh no!
Alright,
I don't
Oh
want
no!
to
Oh, I'm
introduce
about to get
the
exposed on the internet.
freaky tier list.
Oh.
Tier list.
Where's my?
I think Sam should be higher
Fucking Minecraft.
personally.
Why am I
wow,
so
I
high?
really am low in the freak tier list.
Why am I so
I
high?
think Rain should be higher. I think there needs to be a conversation about this tier list.
We can
No,
have a
I'm happy.
conversation
Sam?
about the slide if you wish.
I think Rain and Sam need to be higher. I'm not standing for this.
I know you have unfair advantage on me, Dan, but I'd like to hear your reasoning.
I think Rain needs to be up there with Sam.
I agree.
Really?
Can I ask what was said
Okay.
on the Talk to a podcast?
But Haley Welch helped decide. Oh my god, I didn't even see the mangus.
Dan,
I
what
literally
did
didn't even
that's us.
recognise
That's
it.
That's collectively all of us
I
talking to Haley
genuinely-
Welch.
Why am I so high?
Okay, but Sam,
the
what did
sneakiest,
make
I
you
agree.
decide to put me there of all places?
Because, Rain, well, I don't know, because I don't really know much. I was going off some of the
Vibes.
things that you've said to me. Your message to me earlier.
Oh no.
Your message earlier bugged you up a
Now, so
spot.
you can follow through with whatever.
Is this
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
my
hex
assessments are
codes were
done.
for?
My
This is what-
assessments are done. I think
This
I
is
Oh
can.
what-
yeah, it's text codes.
I,
I had to assume Brandon's favorite color because I was like, you guys' favorite colors are way too similar for your own good, so we're gonna need some green in there.
Wait, so what did you do with my favorite
Green's
color?
a good color.
Well, you can see what I did with your favorite color. Because this idiot, right? This idiot called Nino, right? When I asked for
What?
their favorite color, they did not send me a color. I wish I had the image on hand, but you can sort of see it's been stretched out beyond recognition.
Is it the
Is it
Discord
is it the
message?
straight flag?
No, what is
No,
it?
it's
Nate? Would you care to tell us what it
it's
is?
the thin blue line.
Would you
What's-
care to tell us what it is?
No,
Why not?
Okay. That's a mystery for the team, I think. I think that's the mystery for Eddie Gordo and the team to go
We'll have to
figure
send
out.
it. We'll have to send it back to them.
Back to the lab.
Why should I be higher, Dan?
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word.
you should definitely be higher.
Look, all I'm saying is other people are agreeing with me, so I don't think I need to explain why you're higher.
I think you should be higher.
Okay.
I called you Freaky Sam in my thing.
Indeed, you did.
I think Dino needs to be higher.
What,
Yeah,
That's
actually,
true.
there needs to be a gap. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
what,
Zero
what is
not
this?
only is chewed on GLaDOS's wires, they are known for being the boy milker, and recently, the other day, I learned that every time they cough up, they say Hawk to her.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Why did you say that you said
Why
that?
did you say
No.
that?
No, when I call, I say I do the but I don't spit it out.
Yes, you
Well,
do.
Hawk to it
So
then.
you just do the hawk, you don't do the
Yeah.
What's a
You
hawk
have the
to a god?
potential to hawk to it.
What's a hawk but no to her?
Yeah.
Hawk to it then.
Oh my
And,
days.
fact 5.
Yes.
Oh,
There they
Oh
are.
my
It's
God.
full circle.
The sisters smoke.
her sister is smoke. Wow, thank
You're
you.
using the wrong version of sisters.
Her sister
Her
is
sister
smoke.
is smoke.
Her sister
It
is smoke.
smoke.
I guess
Yeah.
that's not entirely wrong.
No,
Sorry.
that's not wrong.
No. It
Yeah,
could also
thank
mean
you
her
very much.
sisters own smoke.
They own
Yes,
Big
could be
Smoke.
that.
They do own smoke, though.
They own Big Smoke from Grand Theft Auto.
They're owning smoke. What about their smoke?
Thank you very much. That's the
They
end
own
of
the
my
God,
copyright
yes.
to Big Smoke from Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
The guy.
I got a Glock in my round.
Wowie. 17 shots,
17
no,
shots,
no
no
38.
Okay.
Interesting. Sam. That was a journey.
Hey,
That,
Appreciate
the
that.
round of applause, everybody. That was brilliant.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The segue into Austria-Hungary was pretty funny.
I didn't think that could happen.
Okay,
was informative
who
and
we
it
got
was
next?
humorous.
I think it's
I-
me.
It's me or Alex.
Yeah,
Or
me.
me.
Mr.
or-
Nero.
Hello, I also
So
have.
De
Oh,
Niro.
De
okay,
Niro
Ellis.
and Ellis.
Ellis, you should
On
go.
Ellis, yes.
You want me to go first? Okay. Mine's
Yeah.
not very long, and it's also not very informative.
That's fine.
I made it in about 20 minutes. But
I
I
don't
think
think-
it's still important.
That's fine.
So.
Okay, let's
You're
have a
not
look.
making mine right now, Alice, so you're fine.
Right.
Great,
Joking to
brilliant.
death. Right, so
Full name
my present-
exposed on recording. Holy
Oh,
shit!
dip! Forgot about that. No, I don't care. Okay, my presentation is on top 5 creatures that I would really like to have as a pet. This is real and
Okay.
also fictional. And if you have any questions or you would like to contest any of my choices, then I will happily
I would like
explain.
to ask.
because-
Is there at least one Pokemon on this list?
Kind of, yes.
I thought so. Okay, continue.
I'm not into Pokemon, but there is a reference there for all you Pokemon heads.
Okay,
I
brilliant.
did it just for
You're
you
not a
guys.
Is it
Pokemon
about
fan?
Vaporeon?
Not
And if so,
really.
leave. Thank you.
Oh,
No, it
Okay.
isn't. It's
Okay,
you'll
brilliant.
see. You'll see.
Okay, we'll
No
see.
spoilers.
Continue.
Okay. Coming in at number 5, we have Luna.
Oh.
The reasons I would like this creature is because Daenerys is a bad influence.
True.
As you can
Agreed.
see
Agreed. Agreed.
in
I
this
agree.
here,
I agreed.
uh,
never ends.
Oh,
This is-
I have to fucking edit that out now because it docks. Oh fuck.
Wait, which one?
oh,
I can't say the word. It fucking docks.
oh, this one.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I need to
I'm so
fucking
sorry.
edit. Oh.
To be honest, I think anyone watching this video will not get any of the inside jokes to begin with.
Oh my god.
This way,
It'll
guys,
be a
just stop
journey.
making
I
my name
did
like
forget
this.
that it was going to be recorded. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
You have to get that image
Amazing
as
image.
well.
That's the
I
end of
get
it.
that.
That's it.
Last one's one when I
Amazing.
was
Next, it's gonna have your full address on it.
Yeah, the next slide is just going to dox everyone. Okay.
Telling myself.
So, Dinner is a bad influence, and they
No,
can't be
I'm not.
trusted to look after such an innocent, beautiful creature.
She's a demon.
Reason number 2, I just want her. She's just cute. I would like her.
I agree. I agree.
I just love
Daenerys
her.
wants to boast to whimper. You want the
And reason number 3, she could support us by selling the many gifts of her. As you've seen from Joby's Giphy account, she's quite a sensation. She is quite an internet sensation. So I think we could,
Mog129.
yes,
let's
we could
just-
They are
probably
not 129.
monetize these gifts, and then just be
whatever.
a self-sustaining
It's
pet. It'd be
185.
great.
They're 185.
Ellis, I don't want to like like make you look fucking stupid, but it's pronounced Jeff.
Well, you're wrong. So
It's called graphics interchange format. Fuck off.
Yeah,
it's the letter
graphics interchange format. Yeah.
giraffe.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
When do
You
we
are
the
not like
creator of
other
GIFs
girls,
called them
right?
GIFs, guys? When do we the creator of GIFs called them GIFs? I mean GIFs.
What are we the creator of Jeff?
When do we
Where
the
do we-
creator
that
called
was
them
where we
GIFs?
Why do we
GIFs.
stop talking right now?
Yeah, okay, move
If
on.
we're calling
Okay.
gifts gifs, can we call God Jod?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jod.
John.
Nice.
I like that.
The French Tekken 8 player that plays Nino. Yes, we can do that. Yeah.
I like
Oh my-
knives.
Oh my
We're getting
god.
off track. This isn't a presentation about whether GIF or GIF is right. Moving on. I put effort into this. Number 4. I don't remember what this is.
The
Minecraft
slide
Piglin.
change.
Did-
Wait a second.
Can you see?
It says
No.
Minecraft Piglin.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It says
Okay, there we
Minecraft
go.
Piglin.
I need to reset the Discord. It's fine. Go ahead.
Soz. Okay, Minecraft Piglin. I'm not talking about these ones. These ones are privileged twats because if you don't have
They're
gold on you, they
capitalists.
attack you and kill you. And that
Capitalist.
I don't agree
Piglin.
with that. I think that is bad. I'm talking about these ones because they're really cute.
Yeah.
I like them. They have cute
They're
floppy ears as the
rotting.
redesign, and they have tusks, which I think is cute.
They're rotting.
But they're cute. So they have potential as like a guard dog. Because I'm thinking about if I have these creatures as pets and they're in my house.
But if
you
you
know.
pet
Botany
them,
carpet.
wouldn't they attack you?
Well, no, because they only attack if you attack them. If I'm kind to them, then it'll be my homie.
Okay.
Wouldn't they stink though, because of all that rotting flesh on them?
Yummy
I don't
piglins
care. Well,
smell.
it doesn't matter because they're cute. I will put up with anything because they're just cute.
They'd actually just because it's the Nether, they'd just smell like bacon. It'd be really like
Yeah, that's the
really-
point.
That's
Yeah,
Delicious.
they
smell
just smell like
Really
bacon.
hungry.
It'd be great. And if
I
we could just
mean-
keep it outside, I guess.
But you do realize that rotting meat like still smells like rot even when cooking.
No.
Yeah, but okay, then we put them in a
Scarlet
pen
what?
outside.
It'll be fine. You'll
Funkiest
figure
neighborhood.
out
Charlotte,
who
what?
hide the rot smell.
Stinkiest neighborhood keeping the rent down.
Well, this is a reason they're at number 4. The logistics of it, not as robust as some of the later entries, right?
Also, they're
Well,
2
why
meters
was Luna
tall.
5?
They're not getting like
Um,
that. They're not getting like
because I don't think I'd be allowed to stay at De Niro's
Pain.
house.
not without a fight.
They're basically just a pig with clothes. So, and that's very modest, and I like that. So they'd be good for
You
like
could
house
put
guests.
clothes on a pig. Have you
You
not
could
watched
just
some-
do
yes,
that.
but
You could
they
just
have
get a pet pig.
decency. and
Yeah,
I
but this
appreciate
pig is
remember-
cool.
You don't
Yeah,
remember Spider
exactly.
Pig?
See, Jay gets it. He has a sword and everything. That's sick.
Literally.
Cool. Oh,
Next.
transition.
They've all got transitions. I put effort into this.
Whoa.
Number 3,
It's crazy.
the Anuranathus.
What
This
the
is a
fuck
real
that?
prehistoric creature.
Oh
that
my god.
I think is really cute. They weighed about 40 grams.
Oh my god.
They were
You
tiny.
could launch him.
Oh.
Launch him at a villain.
You could hold
Fine.
it in your hand. They're like an owl and a moth and a furry reptile thing. They're related to like pterodactyls and that genus. I don't remember what it's called.
Are
Um,
they close
just
to
look at
sugar
it.
gliders?
Maybe they went extinct like millions of years ago. So
This
I
looks
can't
like the
be
shit
sure.
that would eat you up in a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
they're 40 grams and tiny, so
They're
it would be
very
possible.
cute.
Also, they
could
have
eat them up.
mustaches, which I just think is adorable.
That is
I have a
adorable.
mustache.
That's
they
like a
use-
flying
I'm fandom.
toad frog.
Yeah, but can you use your mustache to like detect prey that's nearby?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit strange. Not going to
I mean,
lie.
that's what mustaches are used for, are they not?
I thought it was
I'm
to
not
like
sure if
see if
that's
you could fit
true.
your head through a gap. That might be something else. I think that's
Okay.
whiskers. Anyway, Anuranathus, number 3. I think that's a very strong pet.
That is a strong
These are
at number
pretty
3.
good,
What could be higher?
Number 2, the Pinky Demon from Doom 2016.
Oh my god, I heard this
I-
so much.
I don't care what you say, it is extremely cute. They are so
I love
silly.
them.
I
Wow.
love them, and I want one. In case it gets a little bit out of hand, they're very easy to kill in the game. So just as a backup, if they get a bit
Oh.
unruly, then you could probably.
Are you
Take
saying
them out.
that you're
Do you have a
equivalent
shotgun?
power scaling whilst
Yeah.
to Doom Guy?
Yeah,
Do
You're,
you have a
you're
shotgun?
equivalent to Doom Guy.
yeah. I have a
Okay.
Gauss cannon.
You
So
can
I would-
you can strafe around a pinky demon the same way Doom Guy could.
Yeah, exactly. They just run into a wall, just step to the side, and you'll be fine. Also, they once again have the guard dog potential, which I think is very important to
Can
keep
I
me
make-
safe.
Can I make a
Okay, they're
prediction for
kinda
number
cute.
1?
Yes, go on. I want to hear
I-
predictions from one. You will
I'm
not
go-
get it.
I'm gonna go for Shadow the Hedgehog. That's my guess.
That's like a whole
That's
ass news.
slavery. That's fucked.
I was
What?
considering putting one of you for one of them, but I felt that was.
I
a bit
was
strange.
gonna say
Whoever he is,
I'm
literally there.
I'm
What the
kind
fuck?
I'm
Who
kind
would,
of
who would you pick? Who would you pick?
me. No, it would
I was
generally be
gonna
me.
I was gonna pick De Niro because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I generally was
De
I
Niro's
was
cat.
I was expecting just to be like De Niro. I wanted to
I
I wanted
fuck
to
with
put him
that.
on a
I was
microscope.
close to doing it.
You put De Niro and his cat in a cell.
Yeah, they have cute little tails as well. I think they're cute.
That is
not the
that
like
is a pretty cute tail.
not the ones from the original game. They're freaks. They are just strange.
Okay, continue.
Oh, there's a heart PNG as well. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Oh, you can't.
Okay,
Part PNG.
and ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
Why did
Number
that
one.
trend?
that's number
Number
one for
one.
the objective best creature that I would have as a pet right this second if I could.
De Niro rat.
The giant isopod.
Giant
Oh.
isopod!
Cute.
Yes!
It
Holy
would probably
shit.
feel very nice to pet because of their many legs and their smooth texture.
I don't like this.
They look badass.
Giant
but
isopod.
they're so cute. I don't care what you think. It's just true. I love them. They're like they can get like a foot long.
Have you ever peeled your isopod?
Well, funny thing, when I was looking for images, I found this one, and
Peeled.
it really upset me.
Isopod fly device. Real life Pokemon Kabuto.
Pokemon
Real
Kabuto.
Isopod.
freaking hour, and that really upset me. And another good reason is he evolves into Gliscod over time, which is just cool
True,
because
that
he
is
gets badass.
true.
That was my
I thought you didn't
Pokemon
like
reference.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that was my reference for you guys. Thank you for watching my presentation.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
exposed on stream again. Shall I fucking?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can leave
Censor
that.
this
Shall I-
entire presentation.
Do you want me to edit that out, Alice? That
I don't care. I don't care.
do you actually not care?
No, I don't care.
Okay, cool.
I'll
It's
just
not
be
very
Should have
high
fine.
linked
quality
the
revealing
LinkedIn at the
picture.
end.
The what?
Should have linked the LinkedIn at the end.
Oh, I should
Yeah.
have. I should have put pro in the end.
Who wants to
That
go
was my
next?
good
De Niro,
idea.
Neil?
It's
Back
De
streets
Niro.
in.
It's
To know.
me. Wow. Okay, well,
Because I want to go
did-
last because I need to set up
That's
the
fair.
OBS for
That is-
mine.
that is fair. Okay, I think these are my presentations. So I'm gonna give you guys a choice.
I said number 2 earlier. You're doing number 2.
No, because I don't know which number 2 is actually right now. Wait,
If you have two, why don't
decide
you do
one is
both
number
if you already
2.
made them?
wait.
I want
wait.
the
What was the
one.
second one you made? That one. That's number 2.
I mean, I've been making my third one for the past like 4 hours. But so the first one.
Wait.
Okay, so technically the second one I made is Katana Zero Lordum, which is not finished, but it tells everything in the game. 'Cause I fucking love this game. Everything about it. Entire thing. First one, top 6 superpowers, which will be good for this.
Oh, I like that one. That one's good.
Is one of the
That'd be
superpowers
good.
I want
imagining
that one.
anything by any chance?
not
Oh,
Oh, and I like that.
Three.
Can we get the first and third one? That's the best one. Let's do that one.
Top 5 animals I could take in a fight.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
This one.
I will
This
say
one.
after having a couple people scream at me, I'm adding some rules to this.
Thank
One.
God.
I can use.
Thank
I'm
God.
allowed to use any stick.
Dropped.
I can use
I am
any.
allowed to use.
I am allowed a shotgun.
It's in there.
Wait, I'll put it from
Can you
like.
please
the-
Made
press
it
F5?
works.
Please press
That
F5.
is a ICBM
Or
missile.
please press F5 or something.
Give me a second. Give me a second. My PC's not
Allowed
loading
to use
correctly
past
right now.
creatures
I don't.
as
Oh
tools.
my God.
I
This-
think real life creatures don't
That
have
didn't help.
tools.
It's my
That's
thing is
not
not.
the real life.
That didn't
No.
help.
But
Just
actually,
have it as
monkeys
it
can
was
use
before.
stones.
Press present.
Yeah, but
What
sticks
is
and rocks
going
would
on?
be an option.
Oh my. Oh.
The
My
Nero
PC.
can't even take Google, let alone a
What the
monster.
fuck?
My.
What
no,
are
my-
you
sorry,
doing?
I need to kick my PC. Give me a sec.
Oh,
Sorry.
Just go into
my-
presenter view. It wasn't that
Oh
hard.
no! I'm gonna say my PC is frozen right now. Give me a second.
Oh my fucking god, no.
That's
Your
so
PC
fucking
can't even
fun. That's
take
so De
Google.
Niro.
Yeah, you think you can take the monster? I see.
I can take so many monsters. Don't get me started.
Clip that, clip it.
Huh?
Clipped.
Oh my
Clipped.
god.
Hey, it's
dude.
currently being clipped by Dan, so like.
Yeah, it's
when the
already
VOD goes
clipped.
On
up-
the internet forever. You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay,
Biden
that's
clip.
fine. Just do it like this.
No, I'm not doing
Oh
it
my
like
god.
this.
Just
it
click
works
presenter
now.
view. Click
Have you
presenter
ever used
view.
PowerPoint
Oh
before?
my god.
No.
Oh, it's not.
Top right, there's
That's
a present
crazy.
button. Top right.
Or press F5.
F5.
Oh, that's too
F5
confusing for them.
works.
Top right.
Are you
Or
okay,
do, or do
De Niro?
nothing,
Up.
that's also okay.
Are you having
Present-
a stroke right
Your
now?
mouse isn't moving.
Oh,
I think De
De
Niro
Niro
died.
Might have
De
I wasn't
crashed.
Niro
talking
crash.
about
Woke
again.
up.
De
De
Niro
Niro
crash.
woke up.
He was cursed with the knowledge of the existence
There
of
we
any
go!
micro.
Okay.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Back to it.
Yeah.
We're going back to it. Back to it right now. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay.
Back to her.
So
Oh yeah. Oh hey. Okay. Damn.
back to it. So the rules of this because I'm making it fair. I can use any sticks and rocks in this battlefield.
Okay.
However, to make it fair for the animals, it's in their environment.
Okay. So if
Okay.
you're
Just
fighting
the
a fish,
animals.
you're underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got
If
you.
I was in,
Big
if-
expansion.
Okay,
But
but
I'm allowed- I'm
underwater
allowed-
how? Like surface level ocean or like deep ocean?
Well,
Can you
depends.
swim to the
Depends on the
top?
Depends
fish.
where the creature
Yeah,
lives.
it depends.
Yeah, depends. But like natural habitat. Let's say like it's a deer. I have to go to the woods and fight the deer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
And I'm allowed to use any past creatures or tools I've made.
Okay. Let's
Monster
do
Hunter
it.
style. Most birds.
You are not
Except-
beating an eagle.
You are.
No. As I can
Good
say,
chance a bird.
I could take an eagle, but
No,
it's
you
too
couldn't.
fast. No, but it's too fast.
You
You
can't
ain't
take
beating
it.
shit,
No, you
De
can't.
Niro.
I could.
Do you
I
have
could
any idea how big eagles are?
exactly. Now, grab a
Also, you
big
couldn't take owls then. Owls are also as fast as eagles.
No,
You
but-
just have to grab you grab its leg once, it's already over.
De Niro,
No,
a
exactly.
pigeon stole your
Plus,
chips at the fucking beach. You couldn't
Never.
even
Plus,
beat that shit.
wingspan is 2
I've
meters.
grabbed multiple pigeons. I've
Why?
incapacitated
Why you're at the
multiple
top of the
pigeons.
freak tier list?
So you're a
That's rude.
psychopath then.
Why are
That's
you
rude.
fucking grabbing pigeons for, bro?
Do you know, Joey,
You
think
could
about
crush
that
their
time.
bones very
walk-
easily.
Jody walked
I'm thinking about that clip that someone grabbed the bird and the bird screamed. I really want to find that video.
Why are you incapacitating pigeons for?
It's not incapacitating them. It's more like Joey, you
Grab
walk
the
past them and you go,
bird
"I could grab
scream.
that pigeon." I've done that. I've grabbed them by the wings. It's quite easy to do.
Oh my god.
That's
Right.
not, you'll break the wings. You're not supposed to grab birds.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
not by
guys,
the
so
Yeah,
wings.
you know,
you
like,
could take them in a
De
fight.
Niro.
Like
the impulses
no,
everybody has where they want to kill a pigeon. You know, the
This is
impulses
doing-
that we all
this is
have.
gonna call
Okay,
Peter
let-
on you.
Let me explain. No,
Well,
okay,
the
let me
RSPCA.
explain. No, okay, not by the wings. Like a bird, like holding like a
You
burger.
just said you did it by the
Not
wings.
not.
Did you mean
okay,
like by pinning its wings to its side?
No, not pitting its wings by its sides,
Okay,
like
okay.
holding it like a burger. Not like
Okay, yeah,
not like
that-
by
okay,
the
that's fine then.
wings.
Let's
That's okay
not-
then.
let's
Still not
move
good.
on. Let's move on.
That's-
We're not
yeah.
getting anywhere with
This
this
is-
one.
this
You're
is
not being a
crazy,
Big
bird.
Niro.
Let's
big
move
hitters
on.
I, big hitters I
No.
can't take. Bald eagle, vultures.
All
Too big.
birds of prey.
Like
Too
the
big.
only
No.
birds that would be impressive to actually fight.
However,
Could you be an ostrich, De Niro?
geese.
They could not be an ostrich.
Is that a regular show?
I could take a
Oh.
couple geese.
I could take a
Geese-
couple geese.
Wait, is this
Geese
your
are
fourth
actually my-
option?
Geese
Plan of
are
action.
free.
Plan of
What is that?
action.
This is more love of the sport. The sport of what? Killing geese?
Mm-hmm.
as I said at the start of the presentation, I'm not a normally aggressive person. I would never do this. However,
You just said it's for the love of the sport.
you're
This is
putting,
crazy.
you're
Like
putting,
that. I
you're
would
putting-
take great pleasure in killing this bird.
it is not killing. However, oh no, it is killing. But I would use if it was multiple geese. If it was multiple geese, I'm using one as a hammer, using its neck.
Relax, bro.
Yeah.
I just read
You
forward.
know what?
Yeah,
Let's move on.
They have major weak points of a long neck, huge ego. We've all seen geese out there.
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
I
wow,
just
wow,
want to
wow.
say, if the geese are on this list, but you ain't beating a swan. You ain't beating a swan.
I think De
Ew.
Niro
No, you
has
can
the
eat
same
being a
major
swan
You
or
ain't
weakness.
beating a
ostrich.
swan.
No, I
You
could-
could
Geese is
maybe
one of
just
the
think-
Swan, ostrich,
Cobra.
emu.
I think
Oh
De Niro
no.
had the same
now,
weak points
now
as
the
the
only
bird.
the only issue with a cobra, one bite and I'm gone. However, as I said at the start of this, I'm on sticks and rocks.
My
I
friend,
would-
you are fucking delusional.
No, hard.
No, he could.
No, hard.
No.
Big.
Don't-
big
One's
ass-
gonna be like a bear.
Don't lie
the
to
last
them,
one's
Jen.
gonna be a fucking tiger.
Literally.
No, no. The thing is,
Hear him out.
yeah, no. With
Oh,
the snake,
what the
with
fuck?
with
I
the
hate
snake.
this. I
if, I
hate
have to,
this.
if I'm getting close, either one, I'm using bleach. If I can find it, but I will be spinning it
You
round.
just said you're only allowed sticks and rocks, and now you have
They
a tub
have
of bleach.
projectiles.
You know
What the
If
fuck
you
is
find
this?
a tub of bleach in the desert, it will be fair game.
Exactly.
Ooh.
But I am
De
saying, I'm
Niro
saying
just get
You just
bitten by
counted on
like a
finding a
hidden
tub of
cobra in the
bleach in the
desert and
wild.
die.
You're not Mario.
Everybody litter as much as possible in the,
The
desert.
snake
so
is
De
not
Niro can win.
Bowser.
I don't think
No,
I don't think the snake needs any like extra help. It'll just hide in the sand, bite the nearest spot, and he'll die.
Also,
You're
it
sa-
could just like
by
run
the way,
away
I wanna
until
say-
nighttime.
I want to say you're saying this in the year of the snake. 2025
Yeah.
is the Chinese year of the snake. You're fucked.
all I'm saying.
You
Would
might
the
not
snakes
power
get a
up, it's
power
just like a
boost?
fucking
Or
bug.
Yes.
Yeah, with a power boost, I
Yeah,
still
they get
have it.
buff.
With
They
a
get
power
buff.
boost, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Hard
We're
clear.
buffing
Big,
snakes this season.
big stick. I hit it over the head. Hit it over the head. Could
What
cuss.
How are you going to catch its head?
I don't
Snakes are
catch
very
its head.
fast, you know.
I have a really big stick.
Look at that really big
Well, how
Okay,
is that
De
big?
Niro.
How are you
Jesus
gonna swing it
Christ.
quickly?
I
Throw
oh,
rocks and sticks in it. It's easy.
literally, no, not even sticks. Just I can pull like a fucking branch or something. That's a big stick.
I
In the
I wanna
Have you
desert.
ever
say-
aimed- have you ever
Desert, so that's where you
aimed
get
a
these
pebble at a snake that can lunge at you at fucking 15 miles an hour?
I could.
I want to say to the comments right now, De Niro is the #1 reason you should join Phoenix Gaming. This is the top fucking tier.
And I will 100% say, if I get in close, I'm 100% either going for its neck and swinging it round, or its tail.
Wait, De Niro, why have you
as I've
spent
said,
How are
like...
you gonna get
as
to
I've
its
said-
tail?
It
If
would
I-
not be able to handle G's.
As
De
I've
Niro,
said,
why have you spent prep time spitting in a tub? Why have you spent your prep time?
no, we didn't say nothing about prep time. If I have to go to it, I can. If I'm like a little if I drink a lot beforehand, I could throw
In a
a
desert.
bunch.
So
yeah,
you're drunk going into this
yeah,
fight
I
against
could
the
throw.
snake.
I could
Remind
throw
me how
so mu-
spitting on it's going to injure it. Your spit isn't made of
Okay,
bleach.
okay, Ellis.
You're just
Ellis,
going to throw a
Ellis,
tub of saliva
Ellis,
at it.
Ellis,
What's that going to
Ellis,
do?
right.
You haven't
As
even
I
read
go-
the first sentence.
I don't even need to. Yeah, my venom is stronger.
That just is not true.
No,
Ellis,
Actually, no,
this
you
is
only drink
this is
one saliva.
this is like 100 Pokemon versus a billion
How
lions.
do you
The
know
lion
that
ladder
De
wins
Niro's-
every time.
How do you know that De Niro's spit isn't strong?
You are a normal creature
That's
in the
freaky.
wild. Yeah, you are a normal creature in the wild, and some random thing throws a bunch of spit on you and hits you with a stick.
De Niro, I have a real question.
Throws a
Go
bunch
on.
of spit on
True.
you. Jesus
Are
Christ.
you this is a real question. Are you human?
This is so
Because
funny.
with the
Are you sure you're
with
not
the
Snake?
facts that you're saying you have, I don't think
Wait.
you're human, or you need to go to the hospital right
Your father's
fucking now.
presentations about how you have venomous spit and you hate birds. Are you sure you're not a snake?
No, I'm.
That's
I'm
like
100%
characteristics.
Are you an
Anyway,
animal? Like
I'm-
what?
Yes. Yes, they are.
I don't even
Listen,
know what to fucking
I'm a
say at this
freak.
point.
Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
a freak. That's what I
I
am.
need to know what the next one
Objectively
is.
speaking, if the Nero
Next-
shoved a lot of alcohol in their mouth and spat it out, that's technically spitting out poison. Technically.
Exactly. So next one,
Okay, next one.
coyote.
Okay. You know what? I'll give
No,
you
no,
the coyote.
no,
I
no,
might
no,
actually
no,
even
no,
give you the
no,
coyote.
No, that's fair.
You're
Maybe,
so stupid, you would die instantly.
no,
He's not
no.
even fighting
do.
one.
No,
He's
I-
fighting 10.
I
Yeah,
see the
let's
vision.
say-
So we
we'll
will
say 10 of
say
them. We'll say
there
10
will
of
be
them.
at least 10 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
for
you'd
the
die with
sake-
like 2.
For the sake, no. 'cause
Who
I could-
would kill you?
I could
consistently?
easily take
Wait for
3.
one. Wait for just one to approach. Like they will
You
feed.
know, a good
They will.
picture.
They will chain feed.
Snake feed.
literally, all I need to do, using the snake's bones as a whip. I'm so fine.
I don't know how strong you think snake's bones are.
Strong
very.
I
enough.
did actually. I have just looked it up. Apparently, coyote, as far as strength goes, coyotes don't have a chance in comparison to an adult human. So
Exactly. And
That's what I
will
said. Yeah, I think.
I will say, and also these things only go after small children.
Mm.
What have you do against me?
Frankly, De Niro,
De
I'm
Niro got
kind of
this one.
disappointed because this is actually really disappointing and I expect better from you.
Yeah, I think you could beat something
fight
stronger.
Off, You could
Yeah,
fight off at least 10 direwolf.
No,
yeah. I think
Possibly.
you should have said 20 to make it even. You know,
You know
I
what,
don't
I
think
said
10.
hyena instead of coyote. They're basically the same.
That's no. The only reason I'm saying coyote is because if I do hyena, I have to go to the desert. Coyotes, I could probably go to like somewhere.
Why did they make
in-
Why
You
did they
realise
make
if you
them
did
seem
hyena,
like
you would
such
die
a big deal
instantly.
in like?
Exactly.
Why did they make
Also
them-
that.
Also,
Why did they make
that.
them seem like a big deal in Barnyard if they're like really weak? The cows could have
Yeah.
easily taken them.
The cows
I-
did take
I-
them.
To be fair, Wile E. Coyote fails every time against the
Exactly.
fucking
Also
woodpecker.
that against a bird.
Yeah.
What are they do? What is a coyote? What are the coyotes going to do against me when they can't even catch one bird? Now for the next
Well,
one.
the birds
The
are stronger.
next
and
one.
You've already
Wild
beaten the birds.
Wild boar.
We have-
Is
Oh,
begging to be ridden. What?
Is
De Niro,
begging
I
to-
think, De Niro, I think you might be a little bit schizophrenic, or you genuinely think you're God himself.
De Niro, I
There's
want you to
no
know.
fucking way you
Look
sat
Niro, I want you
down
to
and
know-
thought that you could beat a fucking wild boar.
I could
No, I
catch a
don't
wild
think
boar.
you
Eat
De
his
Niro.
own shit.
Can we
I
make
just-
this fight happen, please?
Can I
think
just
you
have
I wanna
how
see it.
put a bit of a
dangerous these
tidbit
things
in for
are?
De Niro?
wild boars
I
are
studied
extremely
English
dangerous.
lit in college. Back in olden times, it used to make you a hero of legend if you could kill a boar with a spear.
Exactly.
But De
So
Niro
that's
doesn't
what
have a
really
spear.
wasn't.
De
Then
Niro
it's
has
Probably
sticks
very
and a rock.
difficult.
De Niro's can
I
crash
could-
mid-fight like on.
No, at this point, I've had enough prep time because remember, I've done a coyote, the snake, and the geese. I've had prep time to at least make a spear.
You're not Batman. You
what?
have no prep time. You're
You
not
know what?
Batman.
You know what? No, no, no,
Attaching
no,
the
no,
stick
no,
and
no.
rocks with.
With the
Like-
no,
like
no, no, no.
snake,
With
use the snake
grass-
as a
no,
rope.
with the
Yeah,
no, with the
exactly.
geese's neck. With the geese's neck, you
Oh
could
my
tie
God,
the
that's
rock
horrible.
Or the
to the
snake
stick,
skin.
and now
Or the
you have a
snake skin.
spear.
Using the snake skins and the coyote fangs, I've made a spear now.
Is
Yeah.
this
Okay.
a
Your
fucking
strategy
boss
with this-
rush?
Is your strategy with this presentation to make every single one as more outrageous than the last, so your previous ones look plausible?
That actually might be true.
That's a good
So
strat.
I believe that.
That's a strat.
And as Raiders just said, it's a hero of legend, and it's literally a land name after me.
Okay,
I
cool.
would say that's quite legendary.
There is a whole currency named after De Niro.
Exactly.
coin.
Now I
Okay.
will also Spanish say dinero as money. So all I'm saying, I'm
What's this got
pretty,
to do with killing
pretty-
boars?
pretty legendary. Now if I can kill if I do, and now I'm gonna say before the next one, I will be saying
Oh god.
there will be some honorable mentions.
Honorable
Oh.
mention.
Oh,
I could definitely take Medusa.
Yeah.
okay, that's no, no, no,
That's
no,
okay,
no,
yeah,
that's
I
fair.
feel that.
No, that's fair.
I
That's
feel, I
fair.
feel,
Anything.
I see it, I see it.
What if
How are
Medusa
these
look
two
like
the most
GLaDOS?
plausible?
What
Depend,
if
as I said,
Medusa look like GLaDOS though?
Ooh.
there you go.
One
That's-
of us coming out pregnant.
Put the blindfold on. And zombies, depending on the media, I can't. World War Z shit. I'm dead. We're saying like Walking Dead.
You're
Like
saying like
classic
walkers,
zombies.
yeah.
I could take a couple.
Okay.
No, I
No,
can see
no,
that.
that's
You
why you
like,
think
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
It is
They're
based-
killing those things with a fucking baseball bat and some barbed wire. I think De Niro's
Exactly.
fine.
And I'm gonna say this is also around this area. I've got a boar. Okay.
Yeah, you do have a boar. But the
And I
boar's
could use it-
dead, right? You
No,
can't ride
dead-
the boar into
de-
battle.
No, dead boar. No, yeah, dead boar.
Just
I'm
sit
using
on
its
it.
skull as a hammer.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't you
Wait,
take the
I'm
tusks instead,
How are
surely?
you? How are you
Tusk-
gonna skin
Ooh,
the
that's
boar?
true. That's true.
You could
With-
get
Surely
the
you take
zombies
the
to
tusks.
like.
With a coyote
You can
fangs.
get the zombies to
Okay.
zombify the boar, and then you've got a cool zombie boar.
They've got a zombie piglin. They've got a zombie piglin right there.
And
But
then
I
I
was-
keep it as a pet. Oh my god, full circle.
no, but either way, is what I'm saying, right?
Mm.
At this point,
But it's
I've got.
begging
I
to
can
be
use.
ridden.
I can use the hide from the boar to make myself like a little makeshift shield for the real heavy hitter of this session. A black bear.
Oh my
You
god!
Fuck
I
you.
literally predicted it.
I knew
Who
this was
said that they were
fucking
gonna
coming.
talk
No,
about
no.
fight-
The
fighting
thing is,
a bear?
okay, I will be saying this. It only has to be a black bear, and it cannot be over the age of 8. Now, every black bears compared to every other bear are not as aggressive as the others. Grizzly bears, I would get mauled to death. Polar bears, they enjoy mauling people to death. Actually, black bears, they are scared of everything. The only reason
Right.
the only reason they fight is because of the fight and flight response. Now, I have a spear. Now, as I was saying, this one is not a fight to the death. This is actually just I have to go like scare the bear. I can't kill a bear.
Why do you have to
See-
scare the bear and you just
Yeah,
kill the
well,
boar?
then it shouldn't be on the list if you can't fucking kill the bear.
No, it's
Yeah.
an honorable mention.
He could
Honorable-
take it
Oh,
in
this
a
is the
fight.
last
No,
one.
no, this is
He
the
could
last.
take it in a fight though.
I can take it in a fight, but not fight to the
No.
death.
Right, gamers.
That's
De
not about
Niro
killing
or
it.
the
So you
bear?
couldn't take
Fight
to
if
the
it's not a
fight.
fight to the death.
Everybody
Yeah,
in the
once-
comments
Or the bear.
below, discuss whether you think De Niro could beat this bear.
I
Just
could take
mental,
it.
I'm
I
giving
could
you
take
some
this-
evidence.
I can take
Let
this
us-
bear.
You-
The
let
bottom
us
right,
know if
the
De
bottom right is
Niro-
showing. The bottom right is showing.
Right.
If they
a
get an
week,
oath,
a week
if they
with
get
De
an-
Niro or 12 months with the bear?
You do
Week
realize
with De
that they
Niro,
like
12 months with the
spend
bear.
a lot of their time on 2 legs
no,
because it literally makes them bigger.
that depends. That depends. That's why I said if it's the small bear on the left, I could take it because I'm bigger than that.
Those 2 bears are the same size. One of them just stood up.
De Niro, you're gonna see a black bear on 2 feet, and you're gonna shit your pants because they're like 12 feet fucking tall. They're ginormous.
Not the one
Not
on the,
the
left.
baby
The
ones, not the baby
one,
ones,
One,
yeah.
yeah, the
Plan
one
of
on the
attack
one
is
on the
to
left.
charge it and then throw a shit at it.
Baby,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
rude.
Not 6 months, not even
That's
6
cheating,
month old
that's
No,
not
baby.
I said
bad.
4 years. I said 4 years.
4
They're
years,
nearly
you're getting
fully
more.
grown at 4 years.
Yeah, nearly fully grown, not fully
Oh
grown.
my god.
De Niro, you're making me mad.
3.5
You're
years.
pissing me off now.
You're pissing me off,
You're
and I
pissing
don't.
me off.
Well, anyway.
Did you
anyway,
pick the Pokemon or the Lions? Did you pick the Pokemon or the Lions? I picked the Lions. Lion
I
Ladder.
picked the Pokemon. Anyway,
Lion Ladder. You.
end of presentation. That is me against the bear. Not
You
with a
have
rifle.
2 dogs
Wow.
helping you and a gun.
And
Yeah,
also
that's
about
he
to
came
die.
to.
No, that's not a gun. That's a stick, and that's
That's a
clear
fix.
the hyena fang. Obviously.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah,
bad,
that's
my
a
bad.
sharpened hyena fang. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Obviously,
presentation.
guys.
Dogs
Come
and
on.
violence.
My presentation.
That was the worst one I've
Evidently,
seen.
you've hired
God.
2 coyotes to help you out against the bear as well.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you took them
Hired
in
on a
a,
payroll.
Stop
in a
streaming.
befriending way.
Stop
Yeah,
streaming so you don't dox anything, De Niro. Stop streaming.
that is
Fucking
true.
Okay, right. You know I'll go
De Niro,
next,
thank you so
please.
much for this presentation.
Ugh.
I hope you get drunk again while doing this type of presentations.
100%.
Because
I,
that
I,
was-
I hope I see you get drunk and fight a wild boar. I want to see it happen.
I want to see
I
you
can't
go
lie, I
on
wanna
no,
see
you
it.
see, you see, I would pay to watch that.
I would pay
Okay.
good money. I'm paying 100
I
quid
don't
for
pay
tickets.
subscriptions. I pirate my stuff, right?
I would pay
I
100
would
quid.
pay. I would pay to see people duel with fucking boars.
I would
And
pay
who here would
200
bet
for
on
the
the ball
VIP
winning over
ticket.
De Niro?
Like,
Right?
Everyone.
Yeah, no, I do want to. Do actually want to hear this.
yes.
Who are you guys betting on?
The
Ah.
ball.
The ball.
You.
I'm
reckon
betting.
you could do it.
You're
No,
I'm not a betting
fucking
man.
cheating.
I'm
We're
betting-
throwing
this,
you in the pit
Jay.
as well for that.
I'm betting
No,
on,
no, I
on De
genuinely
Niro.
reckon he could do it given time.
No, don't.
No,
Oh
don't
my
put
God.
that.
Amanda, don't
With
encourage them.
sticks, rocks, and resources, I think De Niro could do it. Have
I
you seen
bet-
how tall he is?
I bet 6 euro
Yeah, that's just
and
more
12
attacking
cents that De
space.
Niro has this.
Amen.
I'm
I
taller
do.
than De Niro. I don't think I could beat a
Ball.
wild boar. But you know what? More power.
More
His
power to
hand
me.
can fit around my entire head.
Why do you know
I
He
that?
could
think-
kill anything.
Because I
I
put my
think you
hand
could-
over.
I think you could
Why?
suplex a boar to death.
I could-
Suplex.
Yeah.
I actually want to ask De Niro, do you
How the
have
hell would
any
that
like
work?
basic like combat training? Like
Oh, I did Thai boxing for like 8 years of my life.
no,
okay,
no, they
you know
got
what?
they
You
got
know what?
prep time.
We've done that.
Yeah, but what rank
Sa-
did you get
Danny,
to in
Danny,
this?
I upgraded twice. I don't know what it's called in Thai. The Thai boxing thing.
In karate, I know it's called dans. I know I got to like, I got to quite a high dan when I was.
It was this. I did the
Ooh.
second one. Then I stopped going.
One
because-
Khan, secured Khan, third Khan, yellow and white Prajit.
I still have the yellow and white one, but I got
the
the one after that one.
The
A
green.
sport famous
Yes.
for teaching people how to fight boars. Thank
Okay,
you.
right.
Yes.
So Gat could
Ni-
fight a boar. So can I.
Ninal, do you wanna?
Okay, fine. If needs be.
Yippee!
Yes, please.
If needs
because
be.
I
I mean,
would
it's
like
just
to go
you.
last.
So, I also have an option for all of you.
Oh God.
And now this is going this. It depends. It depends. It depends.
That's how options
Okay.
work usually.
Yeah.
No, usually
the
with options, I decide for you. Now this is a website,
Oh.
famously not a presentation.
Oh,
I
Oh,
didn't have
no.
time for this presentation.
Oh,
So this is simply the tier list
Of
of-
cheese. Yes.
of a white person ranking cheese with and without port and making the claim that port ruins most cheese. Or
Ooh.
I don't know what port is, so I don't have any
yeah,
sort
and
of.
I also don't like
it's
cheese.
like a red wine. Or or my fantasy world lore dump.
I
I
like
wanna
Lil
cheese.
Bump because
Oh,
The
Cheese.
sensory video is helping me look, like helping me pay
Well,
attention.
don't worry, there's one on every single slide.
Hell
That's
yeah, I can
so
get into
fucked
this.
up.
why would you
That's-
do that?
That's
Cheese.
so
Also, like,
fucked
concentrate.
up.
The keys jiggling is so fucked up.
Literally.
Unfortunately, hold on. Maybe Maybe-
Of
maybe
course.
but hold on.
But
To
of
make this more
course.
even. To make this more even.
But
uh,
of course.
There we
Definitely, yeah,
go.
mute that, please.
So would you prefer the cheese or the lore dump?
You hit me with a cheese. I want the cheese.
I do kind of fuck with the Lordo. I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie.
okay.
I also
Give
like the
me
Lord
the
Dump.
cheese.
I know
I've
nothing
People
about
are
Cheesy.
wanting the
cheese.
Lord dump. We're about to get
Okay.
copyright hit on this video.
Wait,
Oh,
Hold on. I need
no.
to look for a few more seconds.
Wait, is there sensory
God.
video like copyright?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wait,
Really?
What?
But
Really?
this is transformative
Absolutely.
content.
Yeah,
this
like we're
transformative
commentating.
content.
Look at the pear and the cherries and
That was
the
an
strawberry.
avocado.
Oh my
What?
No,
god.
that was an avocado. No.
Oh, I was
Yeah, no.
shut up.
You said pear.
Can your
Shut
presentation
no.
just be us watching the baby sensory video?
Avocados
And
fucking
and
suck.
Okay, who
reacting?
do you think wins out of
Green.
I got
these
banana.
words?
I got
Pineapple.
banana. I got
Pineapple,
banana every
pineapple,
day of the
pineapple
week.
sweeps.
I love
Cherries.
pineapple.
Easily
I love
sweeps.
pineapple. So
Cherry.
What? What?
Cherry's the
when in the
weakest.
world would cherry sweep?
Cherry's the only fruit that I like.
I got banana every day of the week.
No, I
Hit him with a
got
cartoon
fucking.
physics.
Banana. Oh.
No, that's fair shit.
banana.
You're right. Holy shit, you win
God.
by tune logic.
That's so many strawberry. Okay, I need
Oh my
a.
god.
Probably.
Stop
need a-
getting distracted, you know.
we need a present.
Bruno's
What
actually getting
we're getting distracted by
away.
fucking baby sensory videos.
Like all of them at
Okay.
the same time.
Phoenix Gaming, guys. We are
I'll
definitely
just-
not mentally ill in any way.
You know, I'll just,
No,
I'll,
we're
I'll do
perfectly-
it like this. I'll do it
Oh
like
my
this.
god. Games.
Oh no.
Kindrel.
If I no,
Is
I
it just the
actually.
same sensory
I-
video every
That's
time?
the exact same.
Yeah.
Oh.
The same baby sensory video.
That's so
my.
fucked up.
You know what? No, let's do it this. Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That scared me. Was that real? I thought
Sick
my screen cracked.
fucking transition.
Sick
Real.
transition.
Okay. So there's two bananas and there's one pineapple.
Yay!
Cool.
First off, not a D&D world. Please don't call it a D&D world. I hate D&D and I hate Wizards of the Coast. Do not refer to it as a D&D world.
You know. I have
Yes,
a question.
yes.
I have a
Is
question.
it a D&D world?
Is it D&D? Alice. I was going to ask that.
I know, that's why I stole it.
I'm moving on.
Great minds think
Go,
alike.
go, my Scarab.
Contents.
Nice.
This is
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I ran out of
It's
time,
huge.
so this got a lot shorter.
God birthing session.
Yeah, what's God birthing
God
session?
birthing
We'll
session.
get to it. We'll get to the
birthing
god
session.
birthing session.
Oh no.
You know,
That'll-
that
that's
was
the
freaky.
reward.
this shit boring as fuck. Where is the god birthing?
No vampire.
No, we can't look at the god birthing yet.
Do you have vampire law?
Can you draw?
no
Can you draw
vampire
the
talk.
gods
If you see
wasn't
specifically
vampire.
here,
Oh,
there's
sorry,
specifically
sorry,
no
my bad.
vampire talk.
But
It's
it's-
sort
I
of kind of
can't-
I placed the baby sensory
I
over
can't
the
read it.
top.
I can't
Remember
read that
how
bit,
you
though, 'cause the
ruined
baby
my
sensory video is,
presentation?
like, capturing all that.
I made your presentation far
You
better.
kept asking. You kept asking about it. I'm gonna keep asking about it. What's your
Okay.
specific law with vampires?
Basic overview.
Basic.
This will be a basic summary of everything. It's extremely rushed. But most things will be in my head. I will.
Wow.
This is just me yapping. This is just me yapping, going as fast as we can, because right now it's 3 a.m. Don't tell them the actual time. These recordings actually take a really long time.
We are a minute 45 in, so yes. An hour 45 in, sorry.
Minute 45.
Minute
What
45.
was it?
Minute
What was
45.
it?
Fuck me.
This is the world map of the world I've
Steam
created.
happy?
This is the Steam Happy version. Now there is the Steam
Oh.
Sad version, but we don't care
Oh.
about this. We don't care about that one.
Why is
I
this
I
think
the
think
that's
sad
that's
the
part
version?
happy
of the
one.
law.
Oh, it's reformed.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Why is the sad version
This is
sad?
beautiful.
Um, This is the original one, made back in 2020. It might have been early
Yeah.
2021. This is the one I made in
Hell
2023.
yeah.
I remember
I'm-
helping with the Steam Sad one.
Same.
Yeah, and that's why it's bad, if we're being honest.
That's so mean.
That I've never once been mean to Jay. Don't even worry
That's
about it.
true. That is a true fact, actually.
I much prefer like the detailing and how I like use the airbrush tool to make
The
things look
colours
more.
look nicer as well.
Yeah, and this one is
Unreadable.
literally just freaking color vomit. What does
Yeah, that
any of
one-
this mean?
That one's giving.
Well, I didn't
me
have anything to do with that
epilepsy.
part, actually.
This is
It's
the
all your
only
fault.
part that Jay actually intervened in, was all of this color vomit.
Um,
And also Baby Sensory.
Wow.
The Baby Sensory Island.
Which is correct. Both. The geography of the first one is correct, but technically everything from the first one, the original one, is still correct. This is a lot more detailed, but I didn't like the details being on the map physically. So we use the cleaner version. This is too much. This is too much sensory. The Baby Sensory video's perfect amount of sensory information.
That is true. I can start that for
Ooh.
hours.
I have a question about the map.
Okay, please do.
Have you, by any chance, read Hunter x Hunter?
Eek.
I haven't read it. No, I watched. I think the first arc of the anime. Why?
Okay. The Shattered Continent. It reminded me of Hunter.
The Dark
x Hunter.
Continent.
Yes,
The
it
dark,
reminded me.
evil
Yes.
continent.
This is also slightly further ahead in time, as you can see in this one.
That
World's End
transitions.
Isle, little purple. It's the same exact transition for all of the slides.
Oh god, it's horrible.
I was making this while all of you were presenting.
Amen.
So
I
you
couldn't
see,
even
like
tell.
the infection spread.
I
So it
see.
is like slightly further ahead
So
in time.
where's Nadja
Ah.
Nadja would have been from either Cthulhu, that's swampy, or depending on if they were a desert snake, they would have been a Limbatoria or Illyria. Perhaps Rama, but not many
would have been
people
a
have come from
swampy
Rama
snake.
so far. Then probably Cthulhu
Is
or
that the
Sanjay.
swampy snake that De Niro killed?
Yes.
Hello, you are.
Nadja was killed by De Niro
No.
for it
Was
swung
I?
around.
No.
That's not what I agreed on.
Diamond would never kill anyone.
That is not
There we
just
go.
Melda
true,
famously
okay.
is from Kaka, right?
Of course, they're from Kaka.
Yes, Imelda's from shit.
This was
Where
smelled
was-
like
As she is
Kaka.
always from.
This
What?
was
Where is like Sylphie? Where would Sylphie have been from? Because she wouldn't remember.
Sylphie, I imagine, would be.
What was the transition?
we love the transition. Shut up.
It's so bad.
Shut up.
Thank you
horrible.
so much. Sylphie probably would have been from Astasha or Suffrasia. It really depends. Those are like the two default options of where characters come from. It's like if they come from anywhere else, they sort of have a purpose for why they came from there. Either that, or it's to do with like that's where most of that
I got
species live.
intervention.
Are you okay?
You just
Okay.
had a stroke. Okay.
Never mind.
Moving
Just
on.
having a stroke.
Moving swiftly on.
All right.
You said that they came in with
Cosmology.
purpose.
This means something to you guys, right?
I don't remember doing this in
No.
RE.
Is this like in movies when they're explaining parallel dimensions and they're like they poke a hole in the napkin and they're like, this is the other plane.
Yes.
Oh.
No, but yes.
Oh.
Okay, this blue bit is the old space, and the grey bit is the null space. These were the two original dimensions or planes. Everything else surrounding it are called the Elysi and the Inferni. Basically, how close are they in relation to everything else?
Like Elysium and Inferno. I get the reference. Oh my god. I get the bit. No freaking way. Disco Elysium.
The way that the material plane as we know it was formed was the fact that through all of these planes, the path of least resistance through planar travel was through in between the old space and the null space when they came in contact. This, over time, eventually sort of ruptured the boundary between magic and essentially the concept of nothingness. And so, in that rupture, magic leaked in to nothing, and the material plane was created. Now everything sort of lives in it because it's the most stable, you could say, the most average of all of the planes of existence.
It's my
It's
favorite plane, personally.
It's like the tourist hotspot. Thank you so much,
Shit.
Jay. Not necessarily good and evil. The Hell's Gehenna, fire and earth plane. The Realm of Swords, that's where orcs go to die. A few godholds are like Inferni, so they're simply closer to the null space. Paradisium, water and airplanes, Limbo, Valhalla. Most godhoods, because most gods say that they are like extremely potently magical. They're all Elysai. They all live closer to the blue bit. The planes. The planes have inherently different. Don't
I'm
laugh.
sorry, I'm laughing at the Sensory video.
I
actually
know,
am
but
like a
don't
3-year-old.
laugh.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
This is serious, I know.
I believe that was Rain.
Okay.
It was,
No,
that
it
was
wasn't Rain. It
Zach.
was. Oh, it was Dr. Bust.
Okay.
I farted.
Oh, you absolutely would. Planes have inherently different rules. For example, the Feywild is an infinite plane. There are barely any trees. There's no ground level fresh water. Everything has to be dug extremely far down. And things that are brought in slowly corrupt over time to appear in that more classical Fey sort of look that we all know, that we all are aware of.
Yep.
We've all researched the Fey.
Mhm.
The Feywild.
These factors led to a culture where the Fae are presented as like tricky. So it's not necessarily that it's in their nature, but that's what they had to do to survive for so long. That it's sort of their culture that they will swindle you if given the opportunity. Because the Fae are presented to be like mischievous trickster type fairies. Um. Yes. There is a minor plot hole in my world of like create water existing. However, I think I can rationalize that with create water wouldn't create enough water for an entire plane to like survive off of. You know, they can't expand, they can't grow.
Yeah.
So it very much is a necessity that they do trade with other cultures. And unfortunately, vampires do currently have rain in most of the Feywild simply because they don't need water to survive. The water they get comes from blood, which, whilst bad tasting, they can fully survive off Fey blood with the minimal water they get. They are like the perfect place for vampires to be, and it's not like insanely hot or anything like the infernal planes. So it's the perfect living environment for those nasty little fangers.
I thought you said there was gonna be no
Fingers?
vampire
What?
talk.
Yeah, I also thought that.
I can't believe you also made a slur for them.
But I can make a couple more if you need.
Yeah, please do. I love when you make slurs. Creation, a material plane. Golem and Pterodac. The first two creatures ever made. Essentially, when the magic was entering the space between the all space and the null space, the newly found material plane, these were the first two creatures. The golem is mindless. It is nothing. It is just big balls of rock. However, it very, very quickly, whether this is due to the fact that life grew on the planets that came from this, or whether people just like became weirdly obsessed with this one creature, remains to be seen. However, it became immensely worshipped by people.
He's a little scrungly.
They're not scrungly. They have no conscience. They're literally just big rocks that slowly pull inwards and outwards.
Well, that's kind of scrungly.
That
It was kind of scrungly.
the rocks are
That's
planet
giving.
sized.
That's
You're
giving
not allowed to
scrumble.
tell me what is scrungly.
Kinda
Listen.
scrungly.
I just feel like scrungly has a definition, and you're sticking to the definition.
See,
of
this is how
scrungly.
guess how you're gonna write the mechanism.
Guys. And then Taranak, that is the King of Nightmares and the Queen of Spiders. They are unknown to most beings, simply because they would choose to remain hidden and their machinations lay undetected. However, essentially most quote unquote dark magic, but as I'll talk about later, that doesn't really exist. comes about from them.
Uh-oh.
Yes, there was a rip because of Planet Travel. Yippee!
Gamers. I'm gonna have to travel to the null plane. I'm gonna have to.
Please do. Please be consumed by the void. Please be consumed by De Niro.
Good luck.
I'll be
Hall.
moving to the null plane, but
Don't
Dan,
go
send
inside of
me
me.
your presentation, or actually, I'll watch it on the VOD.
That'd be cool.
But
Alright.
Watch on the VOD.
I will see you later. Bye.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Magic system. Ignore this for D&D. D&D sucks ass. The major elements
Whoa.
are intention, belief, ability, and the source. Essentially, do you know exactly what you wish to cast, for what purpose you wish to cast it? Do you actually believe whatever the intention is to be plausible? You have to have full faith in your abilities and yourself, as well as like the things around you. Is it not just plausible, but can the universe withstand any toll it may take on you or others? So, like, even if you fully 100% believe that you could snap your fingers and kill everything, that just couldn't work in how magic is laid out within the world. Like, it physically could not withhold that. It would instantly burst. And where is this magic coming from? What aspect of the soul? That brings us into the soul. My favorite little bit. Material plane of soul. 100% magical in nature, but magic is many things. About 70% of it is a magical store in energy. 20% magically altered by your actions, personality, beliefs. Far more immutable. That says far more. Ignore that. I'm stupid. And less tangible to the average caster. They cannot access it. 5% is literally the body they inhabit. For example, fire genasi, the reason that they can stay on fire, just even when out of magic, is because of this 5% acting as their cosmetics. And then 5% divine magic, an aspect of greater magic left from the all space, can be taken from you, and it's given to another thing. You can't actively wield divine magic yourself. Its innate power sort of activates when given to something. This is mostly what like devils and demons are after if they're wanting your soul.
I have a question.
Yes.
Which doctrine of the soul would this fall under, using your RE knowledge? Would it be monism, dualism?
What do vampires
I suppose this is
do this?
quadism. This is
What
quadism.
vampiric magic be like?
Hold on. Is that on my next slide? No, it's not on my next slide.
Be fucking artificers.
So many fucking artificers. Blood magic would be vampires. It all magic comes from the soul. Magic is simply like, think of it as a fourth molecule. Think of it as proton, electron, neutron, and then magic.
Why are vampires allergic to vampires?
Because
Are
their god designed them that way because they were sort of didn't want them to become a plague on all society. If they could infinitely feed on all of them themselves, that would be the absolute worst fucking thing imaginable. Any more questions on vampires?
Is that kind of like
Not
It seems a bit of a
kind of
cop
like-
out.
Jay,
kind
I
of
will
like
kill you.
yourself stepping in and being like, yeah, I have no idea how to balance this. Nerf.
No, yes, because like, how do you balance the fact that vampires only need blood? They regenerate all their blood insanely quickly. If vampires could just feed off other vampires, then they just make infinite vampires and never go hungry. There would be no point in not being a vampire. Vampire would just be a 100% stat buff. You could feed on yourself, theoretically. Anyway, I think vampires are dumb. So they're not that important yet, except for the part where they are important, because I made them important before I realized they were dumb. Thank you, Jay. Hopefully that session could be done so we could never have to talk about vampires again. And also, you're a vampire. Fuck you.
What
I've always
actually?
thought
What happened in the
Don't worry
fucking?
about it. Don't worry
Don't
about it.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Will Sylphie have to worry about it?
it. About vampires?
Or just about what happened in that session?
There would be consequences that you guys would have to deal with.
Wonderful.
No worries are.
Okay. Campaign setting. It's 1821. It's a stasher. There are so many artificers around. New and old magic is not real and cannot hurt you. Why does she want a stasher to fail? Ain't no way is that Despartu. 1821. It's the year
Who's-
1821.
Who's Tespatu?
Shut up. A stasher. That's the country that you live in.
You're so
Yeah.
exasperated.
I wanted to do so much more, but I didn't make this in time. So this is just all
You could talk about it.
regurgitated.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, I just meant you replying to Daenerys. That's so fair.
Shut up!
You're like,
I just hate Daenerys. That's like
I don't
really
blame
bad.
you.
No, you don't. You literally wanted
No.
me as a pet.
That is true, actually. Carry on.
so many fucking artificers. This links back to new and old magic is not real and cannot hurt you. The timeline. Hold on. Where is the goddamn timeline? Beep 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 beep. Oh, it's right there. Never mind. Oh my god. I'm killing myself. I'm killing myself. I'm killing myself.
No.
I'm killing myself.
I hate the
I'm
transition.
killing myself. Hold on. No, hold on. I need it. Hold on. I need it. Hold on. Everyone's an artificer. Why does she want a stasher to fail? And ain't no way is that Despartu. Turns out it's not Despartu. Not yet.
Ain't no way. Yeah.
That's for the second act of the campaign. That hasn't happened yet. We still need to finish up the first one. Important events. The material acts. A long time ago, material plane was created. The golem blows up. That becomes all of the planets. Magic is dispersed. Magic is far weaker. Divine magic is the closest thing we still have to greater magic that can be accessed. If you went into the all space where magic comes from, you would sort of instantly get incinerated as you just become a part of the magic. You wouldn't really exist. You'd become Victor Arcane.
Like Guilty Gear.
Reference.
Yeah, it'd be like the backyard and Victor Arcane.
Guilty Gear mentioned.
Yeah.
A long time ago, this is the second act, about 3100 A2. I was gonna call it 3100 SA, but I didn't want to do that. The Shattered Continent
That
blows
colour-
up.
Negative connotations.
Yeah, well, it's called second act, so I was gonna put, but then I saw it and I was like, I
Oh.
can't.
Wait, what does AS stand for?
SA.
Say.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's gore.
So,
Oh, let's go.
Oh, that's SA.
Magic stops working for a while due to this. It was very much a disruption of the flow of everything. Like I mentioned, magic is like sort of the molecule in everything. The more magic an object has in it, the same with like neutrons. The more it has in it, the more unstable it is, but the higher, like the stronger it is. That essentially wiped away all of the magic from everything. A time ago in third act, 1821, Tespartu, the last ever overgod who ascended, erases the knowledge of how to become an overgod from those weaker than it.
Oh, hello.
Material plane mostly goes into new magic to
It was
boost
me.
things with magic to avoid that shit happening again. New magic and old magic isn't real. There's no distinction between magics. Old magic is just sort of like, essentially, think of it more like a thought about how to use magic. New magic is artifices, technology, thinking of magic as a science. Old magic is thinking about magic as something ethereal, something unknowable, a part of nature that you use.
Okay, that's pretty cool actually.
They're like, the material plane's the only one that makes that distinction, because nobody else really. Most people use quote unquote old magic, because what's the point in understanding the science behind magic when you can do most shit without doing that. It's sort of like wizards. You know, you can make runes. You can fucking cast glyphs. Like, you're fine. You don't have to get an engineering degree to do magic. That's lame as hell. Individual nations. Oh, okay. This is where Sam was going about GLaDOS. Okay, so we've got a timeline now. We've got a timeline of when I wrote this. Yeah. Why does everyone like GLaDOS so much?
Don't
I
ask
haven't
me.
said a word about GLaDOS.
Queen.
Bye.
She's a queen.
She's
It's a pretty cool character to put under a microscope.
She needs her wires 8.
okay.
Evidently. Pol Pot wasn't too pleased with that. Just saying.
I have a partner.
The others.
I can't fucking
Can I
see.
read that, please?
No.
Names
they're
are
not-
important.
So far, their lore is that important people come from there, and that's their homeland of certain species. They have some things going on, but it simply hasn't been written yet. They've just not been that useful.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Oh, fine.
Okay. Astasha, American Midwest sort of vibes. Very, very arable. 28% of the world's arable land. Protected by rivers, mountains, everything. Those are the Victoria 3 stats. Artificer technocracy, magocracy, it's electoral democracy. It's the campaign setting, messing with null space stuff, in a war with La Plata and Civil War. I had to go really fast, so everything will be really sparse. We also are currently, it is 10:30, so I would like things to speed up because Dan needs to go. Feel free to ask questions if you so want to know about these countries more. So Fraser, those are stats. Mercantile Trade Kingdom. We love Venice. Venice is so cool.
It says just Venice, but with trees.
It's Venice, but it has like deserts, mountains, trees. It's a city state, but they also have many city states inside their city because the city is just that big. They sort of like it's like how Sheffield sort of combined with Rotherham.
Yeah, we don't talk about that though. Okay.
Can we stop saying fucking location names?
That's just a
recording?
location. That's just a location.
That's like, okay, guys, I'm winnowing from Bristol right now. I'm winnowing from
Guys,
Bristol.
I'm literally from Bristol right now.
Bristol
Oh, yo, guys, I'm from Bristol, innit? The
Guys,
Shattered
I'm
Continent
literally from Bristol
Island
right now.
as islands, prestige, military, innovation, advancements, industrial. Those are Victoria 3 stats. The Shattered Islands.
Those aren't Victoria Street ads. They don't. There's no stats there.
No, La Plata, Islands, dictatorship. Those are the Victoria 3 stats.
I love dictatorship. I love dictatorship so much.
Are they a secondary power or a great power?
With the Shattered Continent?
No, La Plata.
Oh, okay. La Plata would be a unrecognized major power.
I don't. Oh, okay.
In Victoria 3, you have to beat up a major power to be recognized as a major power.
Okay.
So they'd be like in world rankings, they'd be like 9th. So just not on that major power list.
Ooh, okay, right, got you.
Sorry guys, this means nothing to anyone. Libertoria, my favorite area. We love federations. We love the Confederacy.
We?
No, we
Prestige,
don't.
military,
Fuck.
industrial, innovation advancement. Those are Victoria 3 stats.
That's
Mostly first.
such a funny thing. That no.
Steve mentioned.
What the
I
fuck?
sort of gave up with the geography stuff. It's been the same one for the last few times. I was going really fast.
Just legit over and over.
Mentioned.
Gregory, Cosmic Spanning Empire. Not very nice to us, but very chill and peaceful. There is no war and bossing, say. That's a reference to the Avatar.
Thank you.
Rank, prestige, it's the first. Military, first. Innovation and advancements, depends what you're going for. It could be first. It could be like 9th. Industrial, it is very industrial, but nobody knows just how industrial. because they keep to themselves. They trade outwardly, but they don't trade inwardly.
Does.
That's kind
Because
of
there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Again, I will expand on
'Cause-
everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Call of Cards. Oh fuck, I've run out of time. Oh shit, all the things I wanted to add. Oh. So this
oh
this
the
was
misery.
specifically the time when Dan said, "Okay, okay, Nino, you're up." That's when I wrote this.
Hmm.
Hold on. Many positives of Kid Drop. That didn't even get a words. A God birthing session. So
No.
oh
Yay!
yeah,
God-birthing
this
session.
is
So the way that gods are birthed is that there is a ritual to become an overgod, but to do that, you need to be an undergod already, or like a demigod, as we would say. To be a demigod means to have a lot of people's divine magic or extremely potent divine magic. That's the reason it's called a divine magic, is because that is how gods are birthed.
What would count
Go
as?
Shit.
on.
I left for a minute and I've come back and I've missed the start of God birthing session. It's
Yeah,
so-
you missed out. I was gonna say, what is
you were
what?
punished. You were punished for your lack of faith, for your lack
Sorry,
of
sorry, sorry,
vindication.
How's my gonna coffee?
sorry for cutting you off, but what would count as divine magic?
So divine magic is if we go if we go all the way to the soul, it's simply the aspect of greater magic. So essentially all living things have an aspect of the all space. That's where all living things come from in the material plane.
Okay.
However, there are certain creatures that have been like artificially made where they take
Yeah.
this divine magic and it sort of becomes like instead of an aspect from the all space, it's an aspect from the null space. But because the null space isn't anything, it is the consumption, the nothingness. They are
Oh, my alarm. Sorry.
your 10:30 alarm. Thank you.
I can take my vitamin.
Take your gummies. They essentially are connected to a hive mind sort of thing. Because
Okay.
everything in the null space is the null space, because you can't have multiple things in nothing, because then that would imply that there is something that you could be apart from nothing.
Okay. I think I. So what if said being wasn't alive?
I mean, to not have. To
Would
not
it all
have
would it
that-
all be null space? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, if you have null space as your divine magic, then technically all of your magic would come from the null space, because, like I said, it is the consumption of all things. You can't have that coexist. If they could coexist, then it wouldn't be nothing. It would be something, because it's able to coexist with something.
I love null space.
You can't have nothing coexist with anything, because then it becomes
There's
something.
nothing. Yeah, but it's always
That's
nothing.
Yeah,
always-
nothing
always
has to be
feeding.
nothing.
We love nothing.
Okay.
God birthing. God birthing.
No.
No, we're
what?
birthing still. We're birthing still.
God,
Thank
Mom,
God.
get out of my room! I'm God birthing again.
So the way Tespartu banned the way to become an overgod, but essentially, you have to get a lot of people's divine magic. That is the main reason contracts are a big thing in magic, and why a lot of devils have a lot of control over the material plane, because people don't need their divine soul, right? It's actively given away to things constantly. You can't ever use it yourself. So why not give it to like a freaking Devil McGee over there? It doesn't really. If you were just a poor farmer,
John Devil,
John Devil, John
if
Doe.
you will.
If you were like a poor farmer who was like fighting to like make sure you don't pay inheritance tax, you would want to make a deal with the devil, because you're not going to use that divine soul. So like, who cares? However, obviously, if you're like an adventurer who's trying to be morally good, giving away your divine soul is essentially powering up something to be able to get to divinity to become a god. Which, why would you want to power up something potentially evil like a Devial? Because much like the Feywild, it's not necessarily that devils are evil, it is the fact that the conditions that they are living in under constant war kind of makes them extremely harsh, extremely practical, pragmatic sort of people who will take advantage of you simply because it benefits them, because that's the culture that they know.
Real question: do devils or like do like these entities know when something has divine soul?
So all creatures made in the material plane have divine soul. No other, like, if you go back,
I meant more like if
yes, they would be able to tell.
I was gonna say
Um,
if you gave no more like if you gave your divine soul to something else.
They would, yes. So there are these things called soul seers, right? And a part of
Okay.
the lore I didn't get to was the power of Chrysalis.
Oh yeah, I
Which
know. Okay, yeah.
yes, which is essentially seeing souls is really important, and like the idea of the soul is incredibly important. And the power of Chrysalis is that 20% that most people don't have, is like the quote unquote structure of your soul. And you need to perfectly hold on. What if I just? What if can I just like?
Don't like
Just,
show anything because obviously I'm on.
yeah, I don't worry. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Homebrewed creations, homebrew explanations, Chrysalis, JJK powers. There we go. Boop. Yes, this did. Hold on. I need a new
Oh,
slide. Uh, Chrysalis. Essentially, formable souls. Everyone has actually theoretically unique power of the
Oh my
formation of the soul.
god.
Or it's a bit of the busy magic push.
Click
Life
to add
expectancy
Lore
magic.
title.
overload.
Click
Hold
to add
on, hold on,
title.
hold on.
Click to add title.
God.
Oh, thank you. I've actually been watching them as you've been speaking.
That's so bad.
They're relaxing.
Um,
Oh, no.
there are many ways to kick in this ability. However, it needs to be a moment where your soul, the shape of your soul, so like your personality and everything, perfectly aligns with the moment. Essentially you need to have a moment of self-actualization to unlock this ability.
you need to hit the black flash.
You need to hit the black flash to be able to even use Chrysalis. It sort of just it actually kind of became integral to my lore, which is awful because it started as JJK powers. Transmutation of the soul, trained, created. There are many ways to gain the power of Chrysalis. A lot of people they simply don't know it because their abilities are functionally useless. And you can also copy abilities because, like I said, it's the power. It's the power of the shape of your soul. If you find a way to change the shape of your soul or change other people's soul shapes, theoretically you could give them any power that you wanted. You just
So
Dive
like
you
don't
can
really know.
gaslight people into into having
I mean,
worse powers if you wanted to.
it'll be less gaslighting and more you have the freaking slash soul sword and you fucking slash their soul in two and now it's like a completely different soul.
Yeah.
You can theoretically change them, but like soul seers are a lot rarer than actual Chrysalis users. Because it's you would need like special abilities like eyes and stuff to be able to see into that realm.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Yes. Uh,
Last time I checked, a lot of people have eyes.
yeah, but like specific eyes, like eyes that you'd put, like you'd take out your own eye and you'd put that eye in you.
Specific eyes that you'd pop
Glass
out of
eye.
someone's skull and take and make someone on watch with a knife when you
Eyes with which to see.
A glass eye, apparently.
or a
Oh.
stone eye with runes on it.
And then finally, Chrysalis. Then when you fully realize, when essentially Chrysalis is the start of the self-actualization process, the Imago is the finishing, and the bloom is essentially a burst of energy that you get from this, which is your fucking domain expansion.
Domain
I,
expansion.
I haven't figured out a way to make that fit into my lore yet, but it exists because Joby wanted it to exist, so it exists. Please help me. There is so much more lore that I can talk about. If you want me to, I could go so
Why
much.
did
I
you
could so much
choose the
go.
cheese pancake?
I could go into everything else.
I didn't want the cheese
Please.
pancake, I wanted this.
Why did
I
you not
really-
choose the cheese ranking here?
Please.
I
Um,
wanted to
cheese
hear
thing on
the
the
lore for
side.
Kindle.
I also
So I-
enjoyed the
Design it
lore.
templates.
The lore for Amazon Kindle. I really
You could tell
appreciate
us.
it.
You could tell us if you aren't under Neurland after we've done, because this is still a stream.
We
Yeah, I
are
guess
So
so.
I would
still
like
This
to
is
hear.
2 hours
I
I
like
need-
starting.
hearing lore.
I need to be awake at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
What?
so-
Why?
Go to
That is
bed.
fine.
Oh yeah, I guess I should do that, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Well, no, Dan's Praise
Yeah,
Nation.
What? Okay. Am I just going?
Yes, I try. I'm sorry, Dan. I tried to make that as quick as possible. I'm done now.
Okay, right, fine. I
enjoyed
need
that.
to first of all sort this. Wait a second. This is the problem with OBS is I need to like sort shit. Right.
I was gonna say I already made I was making the Katana Zero PowerPoint like the entire time. So the next
How the hell
PowerPoint.
does it look like that?
No,
You got one. You got one ready.
That
Yeah.
doesn't work. Right. So wait a second.
I'm trying to draw
That's
Willem
the
Dafoe.
wrong.
He's very
I
hard
think
to
that's the
That's
draw.
wrong.
that's
slide.
Nintendo Direct.
Yes. No. That's fine. But it's not showing
Will
up.
we
on my
releasing the
OBS.
Switch too?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Don't
Oh my
worry.
God.
It's fine.
Neonix is actually the main producer.
Right.
Yes, it's one color. Let's go.
Nintendo Switch 2. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, talking about getting copy struck.
Yep.
On the Nintendo Direct over
So,
here.
yeah. So a while ago, you guys will remember on Friday versus Week 20 when we also did a PowerPoint night that I talked about a fun little game that I was creating, a fun little trading card game called Heart Trigger.
Oh,
Yeah, a while ago we talked about that. In fact, we did that 6 months ago. So
huge.
about half a year later, when I said, "Hey, can I get a ton of people on the team and can we make a cool ass card game that I would really like to make?" We now have a ton of people on the team, and because of that,
They
we
sound
have
like losers.
and because of that, we now have done some
That's what
amazing
Jay was
work.
drawing the other day.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
now
don't
have
wonder.
some amazing work done, and we can show this amazing work with the official Heart Trigger rulebook. And I also want to go over a few of the amazing archetypes or decks that we've made a little bit. I'll try and get this over with as fast as possible. Obviously, you guys don't need to know all the rules of Heart Trigger.
Dan, am I allowed to suggest an archetype if I come up with a cool one?
But, duh! The doy!
Yes!
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we've done a lot of amazing hard work over the past 6 months, and we're getting to a point where potentially in maybe a year's time, we'll actually have some physical cards out that you can play with, and we might do a big like release date or something that everybody can get excited for and go on socials and talk about. But for now, this is what we have, and I want to take you through why I love this game so much that I've designed with a group of amazing people, and like why the cards are interesting and cool, and why this game might be something you should look into if you're interested in TCGs or want to get into TCGs. Because it's interesting. We have our amazing table of contents, of course, but this is one of the main things is that Heart Trigger is mainly about finding a style or a flow. In a lot of modern TCGs and a lot of kind of other trading card games I've played, um, especially in more recent times, I've felt like I've lost a sense of like activeness within playing a TCG where, hey, obviously there will always be optimal plays and optimal, ideas and things like that. But I feel like I've lost a sense of, hey, this will be creative, this will be cool, or I've lost a sense of that luck element of a TCG where I want to draw a card from the top of my deck and I'm like, oh, I really, really need this card right now. It would be so good if I got this. And I feel like it's getting lost a little bit. And those are some of my favorite moments in trading card games. And I want to make a card game that is still has that luck element, but you can still find amazing strategies, but you only find them within the moment. You have to be creative. And this is why Heart Trigger is so exciting to me when I was building it. So starting out, you need a deck of 40 cards, a Soulbind deck, which is separate from the main deck of 5 cards, and a side deck, which is like a substitution mechanic in a best of 3 set, essentially. We have the game mat up here. We have the creature zone, which is where all your cool creatures go. The effect zone, which is for like what we call magic cards in our card game, but in other card games they would be equivalent to spells and traps and enchantments and all of those other things. The cemetery is our discard pile. The main deck zone is obviously where your main deck goes. The heart token zone, which is the main draw of Heart Trigger, is where the heart token goes. You have
Okay.
your Soulbind deck over
Okay.
inside there, and the Soul Realm zone, which acts as a almost removed from the game zone that you can
Okay.
still interact with. But
So there's okay, Dan. There's a heart token zone. Is there a Hawk Tour zone?
there's
Oh
no
my
Hawk to a
god.
zone.
Oh.
But
We're
I'm
banning
glad that you
G from
felt
the
the need to
server.
interject with that. I'm very
Can,
happy.
can there be a hook to a token?
Here we go. See,
maybe.
you're
We
setting
need
her off
Hawk
now.
Tour
But
coin in Heart
this is
Trigger.
Like a chain reaction.
this is how to read a card. This is just really simple. You have the card, the grade, um, the archetype, which is what card, which is what uh like that belongs to, what card that deck belongs to, what deck that card belongs to. Sorry, other way around. You have its regular effect, its heart effect, again the main draw of Heart Trigger, and its regular attack and defense, regular stuff for your card game. Um, we've talked about creature cards. What is one? It's essentially the thing you use to defeat your opponent. It's what's going to do damage to your opponent, and essentially, you and your opponent both have 20 soul, which is life in the game, and when one person runs out of soul, the game is over. It's very, very simple in that way, and so that's your win condition, right? There are multiple other win conditions within the game, such as decking out your opponent, and there are some cards that might be coming in the future which have win conditions written on them, which is going to be very exciting for me to build and try and balance. But you can see all kind of effects and what they do here. But that's not too interesting for you right now. Right now, we can talk about cool Soulbind cards, which are the stuff that goes in your extra deck, which are the really, really powerful monsters. And you're only allowed 5 of those. But the thing I love about this is that because they're based on grades, and the way you get grades out is by essentially doing maths, right? If you have a grade 1 and a grade 2 and a grade 2 on the field, which is 1 plus 2 plus 2, which is 5, and you get rid of all of them, you can bring out a grade 5. And so building your Soulbind deck is so interesting because you can build with 5, 6, you can put in 5, 6 grades and have a massive, massive attack. But are you really gonna get all of those grade 6s out? Probably not. You may choose a more balanced, strategy where you get 4, 5, and 6s in there and try and play around that. And it's really interesting to me when you have so few cards. Are you going to commit to something or try and play more free, right? calling creature cards is one of the most interesting parts about Heart Trigger, and one of the things I really like about Heart Trigger. Um, and as I was saying earlier, I feel like card games have lost that sense of, oh, I really need to top deck this, and if I top deck this, it'll make my day, you know. Um, so grade 1 creatures are the only creatures that can be called from your hand to a creature zone on the field, which brings back that luck element, right? It's like, oh, I can't really call anything. I don't have a grade 1 in my hand. But if you have multiple grade 1s in your hand, or anything like that, you can do so much, right? So if you have 2 grade 1s in your hand, you can call them both to the field and then go into a grade 2 with what we call a heartbreak call, which is a 1+1. You discard them both, you summon your grade 2. And it's very, very cool. So you can have so much free flowing combo play like that. And again, that comes into deck building, where I like to think personally that deck building is a skill. And so, and that's what's going to help you win in a card game. And so, with that restriction on grade 1s being the only things that you can actually call to the field, it means that essentially, am I going to build out my deck with a ton of grade 1 cards in order to actually make it playable? Or am I going to kind of fill stuff out with grade 2s and grade 3s and all these other things and hope I hit my grade 1s throughout the deck? And that's a really nice, I think, way that people can individualize and change their decks in order to suit them, you know? These are the images of the magic cards, obviously. Like I said, it's a massive draft. We're still in this building process of the game. But magic cards are going to look like this. And they are pretty cool. Again, they act like spells and traps or whatever you want to call them from any other card game, like trainers or supporters from Pokemon or anything like that. But we're calling them magic cards in our card game. The Heart Trigger. This is the big draw of the game, and obviously what the game is named after. It is the ace up your sleeve. It's Heart Trigger's unique mechanic. At the start of the game, both players both get a Heart Trigger token in the Heart Trigger zone on their side of the field. And whenever you want to, on your turn, you can place your Heart Trigger token. You can move it from your Heart Trigger zone onto a card that you control, which is a card on your side of the field. And when that happens, when it's placed on a card, that card's regular effect is replaced by its heart effect, which is a much stronger variation of that card's original effect. So if a heart effect would say, so if a normal effect would say, for example, give this card +1/+1 when attacking another creature, right? We call those engagements. When engaging another creature, give it +1/+1. The heart trigger token with its heart effect might say give it +3/+3, for example. And it's such an interesting concept because for me, I want to have that big moment where I can say I won the game off of this, or I made a comeback off of this. And again, it's down to every single player's individual timing during the course of a game about when to use a heart trigger. Like, you might be able to use it later for a comeback. You might save it for something later. You might use it right now in order to get offense going. You might use it later on. Like, there's so much strategy to go along with the heart trigger. And because once it's on a card, it cannot be removed from a card unless that card is destroyed, which is what we call flatlined within the game. Um, it may be a strategy to keep the opponent's heart trigger token on one of their creatures because it's not a strong heart effect, right? And you can just keep it there. But maybe you want to remove it and just try and get it out of the way as quick as possible because it is a strong heart effect. Stuff like that, and that's why I really love this concept of the heart trigger. And just to let you know, you can ask questions whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, how to play. We have all the rules about how to play, preparing to collide, all the soul rules, all the structure of your turn, drawing beat, reset beats. You can see all of the terminology is based around that heart kind of ideology, right? where we have beats and flat lines, and stuff like that. So
I can only wonder why.
yeah, you can only wonder why, right? Um, en- Engagement, which is the way that creatures interact with each other through battle, is pretty similar to how Yu-Gi-Oh does it, for example. But there are some very major changes between how engagement actually works because of how we deal with timing. And timing in Heart Trigger is very, very interesting because we have this thing called effect rhythm. And so, effect rhythm is a way to structure and chain multiple cards. So, activation and resolution of multiple card effects and what happens within those. And so, what happens is whenever your opponent activates a card effect, you then get an opportunity to do one back. And so it's essentially asking your opponent for a response. And so you get to have this conversation with the opponent where it's like, I activate this response. The opponent, you're like, okay, I'll activate this response. The opponent goes, I have a response for that. And then you take it back and you're like, okay, I have a response for that. The opponent goes, okay, I don't have anything else, but you can still continue because you're still in effect rhythm. And this can only ever be activated when effect is activated. It's not activated through, oh, the opponent called a card to the field, I get to activate effect rhythm now. That's not how it works. What it would be is essentially the opponent calls a card, you play a card in response to that that has an effect, and then the opponent can say effect rhythm because it only occurs once an effect has been activated. Sure, you want to deny the call, but you can't activate effect rhythm because what that does is essentially if the opponent has no response and you get into effect rhythm from your own effect, you can just chain a ton of effects on your side of the board together, right? You can just go effect rhythm 1, effect rhythm 2, effect rhythm 3, and it just goes for you all together. So you might think more about activating an effect or not to see if the opponent wants to activate effect rhythm. And that's another thing to play around within the game. And talking about that, we want to talk about a little bit about priority as well. Priority in this game, again, is really, really interesting. And it's one of my favorite parts of the game, genuinely, is that if it's your turn and you move into a beat, you have priority to play a card or an effect first. Or you can pass priority over to the opponent so that they can activate an effect. And to simplify all of this wording, is essentially the player whose turn it is gets priority at the start of each beat, which is a point in the turn, and the player whose turn it isn't gets priority at the end of each beat, which is essentially when you're about to end a beat, which is what we call went back to here, where you have a draw beat where you draw a card, reset beat, an action beat where you play your cards, engagement beat where you battle, a double beat, which is the same as the action beat, but again, after the engagement beat and the end turn beat, every time you end a beat and you move into another phase, you have to say, I'm moving into this phase, and the opponent gets to do an action. And it might, again, give you more priority to either play defensive or play more aggressive before your opponent can activate an effect before you can end the beat. So I think that's a really interesting interaction as well. We have a ton of other rules like banned and regulated cards, which we don't have any right now, obviously, because we're still building out the game. Um, but we have a ton of amazing rules and stuff like that. So we have a full glossary of stuff like vital engagement, soul realm, um, soul damage, cards on the field, possessing, controlling, flatlining, some amazing stuff like incision damage, heartbreak, heartbeat, reincarnation calls, soul retrievals, heart pulses, and it's this whole language that you have to learn, right? But that's not all. We also have some amazing, amazing deck ideas with, for the lore enthusiasts in the room, lore. Um,
Oh.
all
Okay, that's actually really bad timing because I do need to wake up in 6 hours.
yes, that's
So
fair.
I will see you
I
all
am
later.
see you later.
Watch the
And
VOD. Watch the
I am
VOD.
about to
Bye.
end. Don't worry.
yes, I will be watching the VOD.
I am about to
Good
end.
night,
Don't worry.
everyone.
See
Good
you
night, every
later.
pony.
Good night.
Essentially,
I've got hiccups.
all
Good
of
night.
all of the decks in this world interact with each other in some way. But I want to talk about some of my favorite decks and their playstyle. So, like the DoDs, the Divas of Destructions, which we're building out right now. It's actually really cool. The aim of their playstyle is to try and clog up the opponent's creature zones with what we call dud cards, and then sending them big burn damage because they can't actually do anything about it because they can't place feature cards on the field because your cards are there, right? So that's a really interesting infraction. You have stuff like the Buster Bots, which uh, essentially stop the movement of the opponent's heart token and then refuse to be destroyed during battle, during the engagements, right? It's really, really awesome. Um, but all of these things are balanced out. So, for example, like if I go back to the Buster Bots, they can't activate the heart trigger without a card called the Tin Man. And so the Tin Man has to be on the field for the Buster Bots to do absolutely anything at all. Um, and you might be thinking, oh, well, if I just need the Tin Man, then if they destroy the Tin Man, then what am I going to do if they flatline the Tin Man? Well, there are other ways to get out of it. So stuff like Second Hypothesis, which I've talked about, is a card that might recycle those cards from the cemetery back into the hand, or it might reincarnation call something. Right? We have a ton of really interesting archetypes and cards, like the Market Crashers, the Super Forces, Barrier Maidens, which are a really defensive deck that change their defense points into attack points. And that's really cool as well. Like they buff their defense, and then when it's time to attack, you can use a card, and they change their defense points into attack points. The snapshots bring stuff back from the cemetery, and it's just all of these amazing, amazing ideas and cards, and a ton of stuff we're doing um, with Heart Trigger. You can see we have so many decks and so many ideas to use and to put into the game, and I am really, really excited about Heart Trigger in the coming year. And like I said, we can always, always, always use more people on the team. If you would like to be a part of the team, please send me a DM. We will always, um, I always appreciate the help. Obviously, I unfortunately can't compensate you for your time, working on the game right now, but
Yeah.
it
In the
is
future.
in the
I'm
future,
billing my
hopefully.
hours.
Hopefully, in the future, hopefully, if the game gets picked up by a big company like Bushy Road or whatever, I don't know, and we start actually selling packs and cards and whatnot, then I will absolutely do that. But it's
Millions
an
on Kickstarter.
absolutely awesome passion project that I feel like if you are interested, send me a message. I'm willing to, go over it in a lot more detail than I could go over it here. Just like Ninol's presentation, there's a lot to go through, and we don't really have the time to go through all of it. And there's a ton of other things about the game that I love a lot more, and it's brought back a lot of my love for trading card games is building out this. And as someone who has never designed like a game before, but has played a lot of trading card games, I didn't really understand how difficult it was to do it until doing it right now. And so doing it has actually like reignited a lot of love for my trading card games and stuff like that. So I have a lot of passion for this project. We're going to be continuing it throughout the year. Like I said, my final goal this year is to get a full set of decks printed out. So I just want 2 decks that we can actually do a trial with, play the game with by the end of this year. And hopefully we can get that done. And hopefully when we open up the community, we are planning to do like a reveal when we have enough to share with everybody in the public. We're planning to do a big reveal, and I really hope you join the community and get interested in card games because of Heart Trigger. If you're not interested in if you've never been interested in card games before, I think it's a really cool place to start. Would be Heart Trigger when it does release. And if you have played card games before and you're feeling a bit iffy about card games in their current state right now, and you're a bit like, oh man, I'm not really feeling card games because they do this and this and this and this. As a card game player who has experienced that, I'd like to think I have tried my very, very best to remove all of those things that people are disliking about card games nowadays and invested into a really, really cool, unique mechanic that will get people excited and passionate about card games. So if you want to give it a shot, if you want to give me a DM, please, please do. You can see how much hard work we've put in over these past 6 months, and I really hope you get interested in Heart Trigger. So that's me.
Thank you for the presentation. It was beautiful.
It was very nice.
Yes.
I'll
but
pretend that I don't know anything about Heart
it
Trigger.
is. It is.
I
No,
don't actually know what a heart trigger is.
Yeah,
I really like
your
that.
description was beautiful, and also the first time I've ever heard of it.
Whoever made that logo, like, they should get a pay raise.
Yeah. Um. Essentially, yeah, I would love to compensate people for Heart Trigger, but like I said, it's a massive passion project right now. We have
Yeah.
obviously as a team invested a lot of hours into it, and we will continue investing hours into it.
Yeah, it's like I've always wanted to make a card game as well, and it's like I really like the core concept of Heart Trigger, and so if
Yes.
anybody does want they want to make a card game but understand the difficulty in that process, joining the Heart Trigger team could be like either like them figuring out like what you need to be to make a card game, or like putting their ideas into Heart Trigger, and like adding their little flavor, their little spice.
Yeah,
to
that
the
little
game.
spice. We were literally just
not
discussing a little bit ago, me and
No more
Neil.
artists. We actually don't need any more artists.
No, we really need artists. God help us, we need artists.
I can join.
But
You should. It's a really
Okay.
good way to practice
it's cool.
art.
It's cool. It's cool. It's interesting. I have designs for all of the decks. Jaunty can tell you whether those are useful or not, but I have design slides for essentially all of the archetypes that I want. I think I'm missing maybe 2, something like that. And I consistently get them updated over the course of time. And so yeah, if you're interested in Heart Trigger, send me a message. We'll get something sorted, and I hope you guys at home get excited for the release of Heart Trigger, because we're gonna do like a big thing about it where it's like we're gonna release all of these things at one time, and it's gonna be cool. And hopefully in the future, even in this kind of not the best state, we can hopefully try and show up at some card shows and try and explain the card game, and hopefully get everybody excited for it. And guys can talk about it and get excited as stuff starts building up and coming out and everything like that. But like I said, that's pretty far in the future still. But I just wanted to update you on this amazing thing that we've made within 6 months of me saying, "Hey, I'm building a card game." Um, we've now done a full rule book, a ton of decks, and this amazing logo, the text and the logo itself, and yeah.
And I'm actually creating one of the card arts.
Yes, you are. You're creating one of the card arts right now, and it's absolutely amazing. So, yes, if you want to talk about Heart Trigger, get excited about Heart Trigger, DM me about Heart Trigger. Please, please do. I can talk about it all day. And if you would like to help us out, it would be greatly appreciated as well. But I just wanted to show off this bloody amazing thing that we've built over the course of 6 months. So, and hopefully within the next 6 months, we'll do even more amazing stuff. So, yeah, that's me. But next week, I think we'll probably be back to our regularly scheduled programming. I think it's actually a run it back week next week. So we might get another PowerPoint night again. Who bloody knows? But
Who knows?
Joy.
but I'll double check the numbers for you. I think we're actually about to hit 50. Something like 50 Friday verses after this one. So it's going to be a half
Whoa.
century of Friday verses. So that is absolutely awesome. But yes, guys, thank you so much, and bye bye.
Ah!
I'm dying.
Ah!
Yeah.